offense bringing marijuana into Russia. No word if he's important enough to be released, but Brittany is out. And they swapped the president of the arms dealer for Brittany Griner this morning. No word on the guy who was a teacher and I think a veteran at the same time.
A veteran, you're exactly right.
Yeah, so this guy's a veteran and a teacher that brought marijuana, has been in jail for 2 years, but he is not important enough. Brittany Griner is important. And I'm going to tell you, this fixes everything in America. This fixes everything. Inflation will suddenly go down. The price of goods at the store will go down just because Brittany is coming home.
Hallelujah.
Sarcasm much?
Yeah. Thank God that Brittany is finally coming home.
Yes, because now I can sleep at night.
So this does it. This fixes everything. Now, I'm just going to ask the question, and I'll wait for the calls to call me a racist. If she was a white female and not a basketball player, would she be coming home?
Probably not. As fast. Not as fast. Because they can virtue signal LGBTQ.
Oh yeah,
African American. She's she's got the lesbian and African American thing. That's what I'm saying. She checks enough boxes. She's like, we got to go get her.
But I'm glad she's coming home because the price of goods is going to be going down. You can count on it.
Sure it is.
White teacher and
December
teacher and veteran,
8th.
Not good enough. But
the veteran and the teacher that has been over there for years. It looks like he's not coming home. And what message does that send to his family? He's not good enough. He's not as important as Brittany Griner is. Isn't that sad? This is the world we live in today. Pretty sad. I'm going to get to another thing that's super sad, and I hope comes back to bite Joe Biden on the butt. I'll get to that. It's been a hell of a morning. I've already blown up one computer. That is the question of the day this morning. What is the most important thing or the most expensive thing that you've ever blown up or destroyed? So was it a car? Were you working at work doing something and blew up a piece? I want to hear about all of this because I mistakenly plugged the computer into the here in the Philippines, everything is 220. So I got the inverter that steps it down, and I plugged it into the...
No.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I can get a power supply and fix it. But that is the question today. I'd love to hear from you this morning. Check of the weather being brought to you by All American Cleaners. All American Cleaners. Check them out today. They're near you. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now in Jowl. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes. 17 pounds, $16.99. Check them out today. All American Cleaners. Very foggy out there, right, Will?
Yes, it was extreme, especially in the cities themselves. When you're actually in towns, it seems the fog seems to be a little denser. It cleared up a little bit on the highway, but not much. I mean, it's pretty foggy out there.
Yeah, buddy on the text says, if you want to slow down, please, in this fog, if you want to see tomorrow.
Yeah, it's very important. 67 and sunny by this afternoon. Cloudy tonight, only getting down to about 42. Cloudy for your Friday and 59, and then back up in the 60s for Saturday and Sunday. Check out the weather being brought to you by Randall Pettigrew. District 61, he is your state representative. Need help dealing with something? If you need getting your license back or dealing with regulatory issues or maybe your taxes, state owes you taxes and you can't get in touch with anybody, Randy can help you out. So if you're in District 61, find out more information at randallpettigrew.com. He answers calls, text messages, emails, all the information's right there on that website. Today is National Brownie Day, going on all day today. National Christmas Tree Day, National Lard Day, pretend to be a traveler day going on, taken in the ear day. Some of the things happening today. Elon Musk fired Twitter's general counsel, and supposedly this guy suppressed the Hunter Biden story. And, now, is this the same guy, James Baker? Is that the James Baker that used to
Ronald Reagan.
be part of the
Ronald Reagan.
James Baker? I don't know. His name is James A. Baker. And Musk claimed that James A. Baker gave unconvincing answers when talking about suppression of that story. So actually, it turns out to be he's a bad attorney because you could see that he was lying when his lips were moving. So, yeah, he got fired yesterday. And Candace Owens. Will, did you see the latest controversy about Candace Owens?
No, what happened now?
Oh, it is so stupid. Seriously. Conservative commentator Candace Owens ignited a social media firestorm when asking men to weigh in on their opinions to women using Botox and fillers in their lips. Turns out a ton of people did not want to hear any lip from her. Botox made it to Twitter's trending list. Owens requested male opinions only. And because she asked for male opinions only, oh, no. Oh, what a terrible thing she has done. So, yeah, it was all over. It was all over Twitter.
You're
People
right.
saying,
Pretty stupid.
Just because she wanted male opinions only. Time Magazine, his name, Zelensky, Ukrainian president, as the person of the year. Maybe they ought to call him, taxpayer funded person of the year. And critics have already started gushing about Avatar 2, calling it an amazing film. Has it even come out yet?
I think it's out Friday, isn't it? Like tomorrow?
Yeah, critics are saying
they get to pre-screen it, so I'm pretty sure it's out tomorrow.
South Carolina Democratic Congresswoman or Congressman Benny Thompson, who chairs the House Select Committee investigating January 6th, yesterday said the panel's final report will be released and posted online on December 21st.
I'm sorry, next weekend.
Come out of this.
Avatar 2 is out next weekend.
Next weekend. So they're already saying it is like awesome.
Now this movie's about a bunch of blue people, right?
It is about a bunch of blue people.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
It's not the Smurfs though. Don't get it confused.
Still to come, we're going to talk about Arizona senator that, traditionally when the president comes to town, the senator or representatives ride with him, and she turned it down. Nah, Joe, sorry, I'm not going to ride with you. And Biden administration announces plans to prevent any new renovation of federal buildings to be powered by fossil fuel. They want to end all use of fossil fuel by 2030. We'll talk about that. And our buddy Corey Helton, we'll talk more. I know you guys talked about that on Monday. We'll talk about it again coming up this morning. And DeSantis makes a huge pledge about holding manufacturers of the vaccines accountable. And Greg Abbott making news this morning about TikTok. We'll get into those stories. Text line is open. Our number 877-396-W105, already 620.
All right, B, we got an accident to talk about right now.
Report?
Yeah, report 128 approximately, mile marker 18, about 1 hour ago. And another texter says about the same thing, around mile marker 19, traffic is stopped. So those two about the same. This report being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. And Tom, where exactly is that?
128?
Oh, it's 128?
Yes. Mile marker,
so is that
mile marker 18. Another one says about mile marker 19.
So is that Lee or Eddy County?
I believe that's Lee County.
Think it's Lee?
Yeah. I'll keep a couple of calls here in a minute.
That goes from Carlsbad to Jow, right?
You know, I got lost on that highway.
Yeah. Well, if you had that damn map, you know exactly
the
where
mayor's
it's at.
map with me.
Not like it would do any good.
Right. The most expensive.
I mean, if you had the map instead of having it rolled up and using it to hide food in your office, then it might be of some use.
On the question of the day, the most expensive thing I blew up was my Humvee in Iraq, says one of the texters this morning.
Was it
Thank God you didn't have to pay for it.
Did you blow it up or did the Taliban? I'm just curious. Looks like we've already got a call coming in. Looks like Todd's calling this morning. What's going on, Todd?
What's going on, Todd?
Hey, buddy. I'm on 128. I just passed by Buck Jackson where that truck is on fire.
Oh, my.
And I'm talking burnt, man. Tires melted, burned.
No good.
Hopefully they're able to get the hell out of it.
How's traffic right now?
Miles and miles backed up, Will. But if anybody's listening, there's a little dirt road off the side of the main road. I just went over on it.
All right, buddy. Thank you for the
You're
update.
that guy. You're that guy, Todd.
Todd is that guy.
That's right, guys. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Todd. Traffic update this morning being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Get in touch with him. What else you got, Tom?
Avatar was probably one of the dumbest movies, says the texter, ever made.
I'm not in it. I'm not into it, but there are lots of people that are.
I respectfully disagree. I thought it was kind of cool. But if you're not into sci-fi, I can see why you wouldn't like it.
And it goes on to say that the lame story that copied The Matrix, but just changed characters.
Nah, I don't agree with that. It's on a different planet.
Hey, look. I mean, that movie is going to be so much better now that Brittany Griner is coming home. I'm just saying it's going to be so much better.
That was the one thing that everything hinged on. And now that's happening where everything's fixed.
Brittany is coming home, the rest is what does this tell kids? What I mean, seriously, what exactly? That you can break the law and there are no consequences. If you're very, 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 very important. Because every NBA player was protesting about this. Now, that poor guy that was a teacher, he's still sitting there. But Avatar is so much better now that Brittany's out.
Someone says, so if she gets released from Russia, will she be doing time in the United States? No.
No, she didn't break the law in the United States. But it's just sad that they didn't get both of them out, and maybe it will come out later that they got both of them out. You would think you got two Americans sitting there. They would negotiate to get them both out.
Well, they said, wait a minute, they traded a pothead for an arms dealer. Anyone else see a problem with that?
Yeah, well, and a dumb pothead to begin with. When I travel out of country, I know that you can't bring any marijuana out of the country.
Hell, when you travel out of state sometimes, depending on the state.
No doubt. If you travel to Texas. Now, it is decriminalized in like 11 cities in Texas. Houston, San Antonio, Austin, probably Dallas. But I wouldn't take the chance. But that's just me.
So
I'm not a chancy guy.
So is it Tom can't read a text, you expect him to read a map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I know about them maps. Hold them up, put them in your glove.
Someone said Avatar wasn't a ripoff of Matrix. It was Dances with Wolves in Space. Now that I could actually see. That's actually more accurate of a comparison for sure.
And
morning show. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay. So it's okay if you're black, right? Or fit their agenda. Release the criminals and a bunch of, I guess I'll say it, retarded Democrats and liberals, says the texter.
I mean, if we're going to look at fairness, you got two Americans there.
Mm-hmm.
You bring them both home. If you're going to bring one of them home, you bring them both home.
Well, and
you know what? What about all the Americans that are sitting in jail right now in prisons across the world for drug offenses? Do we bring all of them home too? Or just Brittany because it feels so good?
She knew what she was doing when she was trying to get that across. She knew what she was doing.
Look, she went to multiple seminars when traveling with the U.S. basketball team. and they were told multiple times that laws in the United States are one thing, traveling out of country, do not bring drugs because you're going to get busted.
Typical celebrity, sports celebrity.
Yeah, right.
She thought she was above the law. And so I don't think she forgot. I think she thought, man, they won't do anything to me. I'm Brittany Griner.
Right.
No, exactly. You're 100% correct. Morning show this morning being brought to you by WWRV, 3 RV parks and 1 quiet place to lay your head for the working folks. And they have 162 RV sites in Carlsbad. So if you're new to the area looking for a place to park your RV, they offer 30 and 50 amps. They're pet friendly. They all utilities included in one price, and they do offer wired and internet at every one of their sites. If you're a gamer, love streaming movies and that type of stuff, it's not going to be a problem. Visit the website www.rvtimes3.com or call them 988-0392 today. Biden administration looks like they really hate oil and gas. They want to end the use of fossil fuel by 2030. So, Tom...
And this is news how? This old news, maybe?
Well, they made a special announcement yesterday.
Oh, another one.
2030. How many years is this?
Well, it's 2022, so 8 years.
I think we're
almost 2023.
Yeah.
Almost
so
7 years.
7 years, 1 month. And so the Biden administration yesterday announced a new proposed rule that will prevent new and any new or newly renovated federal buildings being powered by fossil fuel by 2030. So say the furnace goes out and it uses natural gas.
They're going to have to replace it with electric, I guess.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean.
But here's the thing.
Wait, isn't electric run?
Well, but that's what they're
plant run by oil and gas.
That's how they're going to get around it. Because you're not going to be. What are you going to find, a solar generator or a wind generator that's going to keep up with a federal building?
Yeah. So he went on to say that he's going to rid pollution from our buildings, adopting clean electricity and a cost-effective way to do it. Thank you very, very much, Joe Biden. The whole idea is crazy.
Is there some huge clean energy source that I missed that we discovered?
No. And here's the deal. Joe Biden's not going to be in office in 2030. Yeah, this is what I love when politicians put forth all these agendas after they leave office. You know, the Build Back Better program, the Inflation Reduction Act. It really doesn't kick in until after he leaves office anyway, so it doesn't matter.
This is why 2024 election is so key, because if we don't do anything and get a Republican in at that point to be able to at least undo what Biden's done, then we're in a bad pickle for 2030.
Huge, man.
I agree. I know you guys talked about it on Monday when I was out, but Corey Hilton, did you talk to the sheriff of Lee County, Tom?
Last week about the same subject that you're talking about.
Yeah, now, it's not like they're going to remove him from office. Mm-hmm. They would remove him from a judicial performance evaluation committee, which evaluates the judges.
Right.
And they want to take him off of this because of a commercial that he was part of.
Yeah.
And criticizing Michelle Lujan Gresham for handling a crime-related issues, saying that, one of the judges that was appointed by Gresham was soft on crime.
It's the one.
Yeah, here we go again. New Mexico politics. Do you want to do a commercial about me and my judges? We will make you pay. That's what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing less than this.
Jim Townsend put it perfectly. It's a hogwash BS, what he told me that the other day.
According to a report by the Independent Journal Review, Arizona Senator Kirsten Sinema bucked the tradition by refusing to fly with her party leader, Joe Biden, to her home state in Arizona. She turned him down. Now, she is a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Declined to travel on Air Force One to go home to Arizona on Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah, is that a slap in the face? White House Press Secretary Jean-Pierre told reporters Tuesday that there was a gaggle on board the Air Force One, that the White House had invited her to travel, and she had turned the president down. Ron DeSantis pledges to hold vaccine manufacturers accountable in the state of Florida. So a comment made by Ron DeSantis during a private Republican Party of Florida event at which the Florida governor said that he is going to hold the manufacturers of these vaccines accountable because they said there were no side effects, and now we have come to learn there are lots of side effects.
I mean, what doesn't have side effects? I mean, the fact that they lie and that they're still pushing this on children. I mean, we still have to run ads that they're talking about, get your kids vaccinated with the new COVID-19 vaccine, whatever.
Yeah, because kids are the definitely the demographic that are affected, no doubt, right?
No.
That's sarcasm for those that can't figure that out.
So there is current legislation being introduced to ban all natural gas burning appliances, someone said. So what you're saying is correct. If your gas furnace goes out, you have to upgrade to an electric. The bottom line is to put pressure on the manufacturers to not make any more gas burning appliances.
Wow. Looks like Greg Abbott today ordered all Texas agencies to ban the use of TikTok. Of course, South Carolina was the first to do this. The governor came out last week, and Greg Abbott said that any government-issued devices will not have TikTok on the device. I wonder if they'll put some teeth into it by saying that if you do have TikTok, you'll lose your damn job. Maybe that will be the case. Tom, text line, please.
A real Roswell woman says in response to your question of the day, I was backing up a trailer, not knowing what I was doing, and it messed up my husband's truck bumper. Lesson learned, just let the husband do it. It was an expensive bumper to replace.
I bet he never let you live it down either, right?
Says the texter. All right, so I got a text. I got to confirm it before I say anything on it. I just called the superintendent, and let's see. Maybe that was him. Okay, so Carlsbad schools are on a 2-hour delay. This is according to Gary Washburn, the superintendent of Carlsbad. He tells me heavy fog. Bus company asked us to delay. Guess it really is bad outside of town. That is the first for me. That's according to Gary Washburn, the superintendent of Carlsbad schools.
So 2-hour delay in Carlsbad.
Yep. 2-hour delay because of the fog.
Because of the fog. Mm-hmm. There you go. 6:35 morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Find them today at Roswell. They've got everything for the farm or ranch. Looking for great Christmas gifts this time of the year. They've got all the top name brand Western wear. And, of course, if you're looking for workwear, they've got you covered there. Your certified Purina dealer, Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Check them out today. Should be a nice day today after the fog burns off. Very foggy this morning. Just a reminder, slow down and be very safe. 6:35.
All right, U.S. officials, Russia frees WNBA player Brittany Griner in a prisoner swap with U.S. releasing Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, says the text. Of course, we just had that.
Someone said electric heat sucks compared to natural gas. A lot more expensive, too. Here's the thing, too. They've already said, they asked city officials, so when we do away with this natural gas that powers our electric, because natural gas in a lot of places powers the electric plants. And so when we do away with the natural gas, how are we going to get electricity? Well, we're going to have to go back to coal, is what the answer was. So wait a minute.
They don't want that.
So it's going to be more pollution by trying to do away with all the natural gas stuff.
We just shut down the only coal facility in the state of New Mexico.
Yep.
And by the way, when your electricity goes up, the reason why PNM is asking for a rate increase is because they had to shut down the coal plant. They're losing money because of that.
All we can hope is we can get some semblance of, between the Republican-controlled House and hopefully a win in 2024, we can actually take some of this stuff back and undo it, because otherwise, well, and the thing that frustrates me is all of this supposed green energy is worse for the environment, and why the environmentalists can't see that is mind-boggling.
This agenda, there's a lot of people making money off this clean energy. That's why the government is giving subsidies left and right. Somebody's making cash. Always go back and follow the money. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico, quality service, dependable. Boom or bust, they are there for you. If you need oil and gas products, diesel, interstate batteries, whatever it is, they can get it to you on-road or off-road. 35-plus years ago, Mr. Wendell Wakefield packed up the kids, brought them to New Mexico, and started Wakefield Oil. Need more information? Go to wakefieldoil.com. Thought for the day is this Christmas, I've decided to put mistletoe in my back pocket. So I can tell a lot of people to go ahead and kiss my butt.
Just kiss it.
It's 6:38, Tom.
Although I commend that senator, you can't turn down a president that has no idea of what is going on, says that particular text. Ain't going to ride on that plane. How about the hospitals when they run out of power? I mean, they have to run off gasoline generators or natural gas generators. What are they going to do about that? Are they going to have to run
look,
coal?
Those solar generators are making a lot of headway.
Yeah. See, the great thing, I mean, look, there are positive things about solar. I'm not going to say there's not. But the big downfall is storage. That once you tie it in, and you still have to have the electric grid, and you still have to have regular electricity to make it work. Otherwise, unless you have batteries. Well, and those batteries are cost prohibitive.
You have batteries
and dangerous.
I'm finding things out about solar because I'm about to invest in solar here in the Philippines. So I'm thinking that if I'm still on the grid and electricity goes out, I'm good, right? Because I have solar. The answer to that is no, you're not.
Nope.
You have no electricity. So I need a backup generator in case that happens. Now, if I go off the grid and depend 100% on solar, and one day I have no sunlight, then I have no electricity. So it's really a, damn if I do, damned if I don't. So I thought if, I had solar and I was on the grid, nope, that's not the way it works.
Well, someone said, like on a day like today with all this fog where there's no solar power coming in.
Yeah, it would. Now I'm doing solar and wind, so I would always have a source, but then maybe I don't have enough battery to, and it's a $12,000, $13,000 investment.
Oh.
Well, and that's in the Philippines, which is, yeah. I mean, because over here it's a considerably a bigger investment.
It's probably a $30,000 investment in the States
with the batteries easily.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The batteries are probably the most expensive, depending on what type of batteries you get to. 6:41, 19 minutes away from 7 o'clock. This is probably one of the strangest stories. I see all these stories about we need to vet FedEx drivers after that poor girl was kidnapped and killed by the FedEx driver. But yesterday in Albuquerque, a postal employee is accused of carjacking. Documents said the crime happened on Monday criminal complaint against Jerry Hamio, 53, approached a woman at the Quality Inn and Suites in Manal, and they took her keys and took off in her car. Police allege that Hamio then approached a couple outside and forced the man to the ground and demanded his wallet. Documents allege that the woman first saw that what was going on, grabbed the broom, and started to hit him. He actually went to the postal facility and confessed to somebody that he had stolen a vehicle. Police arrived and arrested him at a second facility. So maybe we need to also, while we're at it, vet the damn U.S. Postal Service employees. Isn't that one of the weirdest stories you've ever heard? A postal employee carjacks a couple people. Nuts. Crazy. Will, did you see Ocasio-Cortez, AOC?
No, what you do now?
Two ethics complaints against her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, one of them was that about a year ago, she attended the Met Gala in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And any idea what the price tag? $50,000 a ticket.
Wow.
Somebody gave her the ticket. Well,
supposedly.
Supposedly. And, well, I mean, think about this. How much money does a senator make? $200,000 a year. You're going to spend $100,000 on tickets?
Whatever.
So the second complaint alleges that the dress that she wore to the event featured the red letters.
Remember.
Tax the rich.
Remember.
And that was also a gift that she accepted. So 2 ethics violations, and we'll see where it goes. I'm suspecting that it goes nowhere. Now, if it was a Republican, yeah, it would go somewhere for sure.
Watching Biden's press conference on Fox about Brittany Griner, and he's talking about the other Americans in Russia, and it wasn't a choice of who to take and who not to take. Well, what the hell was it? I was like, whatever. And Kamala with her little smug look behind her like, we just got Brittany out and smiling. We're so happy.
And who's stepping up right now and speaking?
That's the daughter.
The daughter?
I'm pretty sure. Or the girlfriend. Wife.
That's Brittany's
wife.
Gotcha. Sorry.
That's Brittany's wife. And she's just happy that Brittany is coming home.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. Yeah,
of course, Biden was saying his thoughts. I can only read the text, so the thoughts were proud of, or were with the families of the people that were still over there. I'm like, great. I'm sure they feel very good about it.
Now let's think about this. So if your son was in prison with Brittany Griner, and you did the same thing, you both brought drugs to a foreign country. She gets out and you stay in. How would that make you feel as a father or a mother?
Sucks.
That your kid gets to stay in because the NBA wasn't pushing for his or her release. How would that make you feel?
Sucks.
Slap in the face. It's a slap in the face.
Someone on the text line saw the video of the shooting with the NMSU basketball player. To me, clearly looked like self-defense, says this texter.
That's a long way. Hey, somebody sent us a picture of a fog, a car behind in the fog. Here's the morning fog from the Carlsbad. Good morning. Again, want to remind you that picture right there's poor visibility. Want to remind you that Carlsbad Superintendent Gary Washburn has told us there is heavy fog. There's a 2-hour delay. Puzz Company has asked us to delay until that fog at least.
What is a
away.
picture of a fog?
Well, a picture of a car in the fog conditions following another car, and it's pretty bad. I thought we couldn't get pictures, Will.
What?
I thought we couldn't get pictures on Foxy.
We've been able to get pictures for a long time.
Have we? Okay, I hadn't seen one in a while then.
Whatever.
All right, price oil this morning. Then we're coming back. 2 cities in New Mexico have been, they've gotten the designation that they are part of the most sinliest cities in America. I'll tell you what cities they are coming up, and no charges filed against the former San Diego State University. This kid was drafted by Buffalo and cut by Buffalo because of accusations of a rape case.
My goodness.
Turns out to be that he didn't do it. And we'll talk about that. And SEMTA signs a huge deal to sell natural gas to the French. And the White House reveals when Biden will make his 2024 decision. And another Border Patrol agent dies in the line of duty, leaving behind a wife and 2 small children. We'll get to that coming up next. Price oil this morning at $6.47, being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Hiring right now, they're looking to hire folks, and they will train you. If you've ever run a frac crew, they are ready to train you with the SSIT program. Ever run a blender in the patch? Spinnaker can teach you how to run a cementing truck and become a cementing equipment operator. They have a training program for that. Must have a CDL and willing to work a lot of hours. You need more information, all you have to do is text Oilfield to 63566 or go to greatoilfieldjobs.com. Spinnaker is a equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer. 648.
West Texas Intermediate at $73.81. That's 85 cents from 6 a.m. 78.05 for Brent crude. That's up $1.15 from 6 a.m. And natural gas, that's just steady, $5.83.
Look at the price of oil being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Services. 648. Foggy conditions out there right now. Will be sunny today and high temperature getting up to about 67. Sunny this coming up by the weekend. Tomorrow it's going to be very cloudy for your Friday. And weekend weather looks pretty good. We'll be in the 60s and sunny skies. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by North Star Fuel. If you're driving this morning in this fog and you got to go through Loving, you know about all the congestion and all the problems that they have in Loving with traffic backing up because of all the construction. Well, you can stop before you get to Loving and fill up today at North Star. They accept all gas cards, credit cards, and debit cards. Pick up all the ice and the water that you need before you hit the road. 2519 Pecos Highway. See them today. 649, taking out trash still to come, and we'll talk about the most sinful cities in New Mexico. That up next.
All right, the government, this is Buddy, by the way, works like a 23-year-old engineer trying to tell me how to pull an oil well that don't work. And there is heavy fog in Carlsbad. Another texter says, yeah, we've already seen that. And messed up thing about FedEx, but they only go back to one freaking year on the background check. What the heck with that? Asked the texter.
Tater Hater said, I saw Tom at a local buffet yesterday. Enchiladas, chicken fry, gravy, and everything else.
I saw him.
Oh, you're very mistaken.
I piled up on the salad plate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was there. I said, you got to take pictures every hour.
It couldn't be him because remember last week when we were talking about Will and he said, I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I'm down for the fight along with you, and I'm going to get it done. It's not for the kids this time, but it's for you, Will Rooney.
I feel let down.
And I'm committed to that.
I can tell.
Let down.
Yeah, the buffet plate.
No, it was a salad.
Son of a gun,
it was
Dr. Pepper sipping dog.
So you're saying that it was a salad plate with gravy and enchiladas.
Oh, there's no enchiladas. I did have caldo de res.
And chicken fried steak. Uh-huh.
You're very much mistaken.
Why would you would want him to take a picture if it was a salad plate?
I told him that.
No, that's not what you said. You were worried about him taking a picture.
That's a picture.
If you were going to go and eat a buffet,
how
much is the buffet nowadays?
This particular place, $14.12.
So you pay $14 for a salad?
Yeah.
I'm calling a big load of BS.
So am I.
But you can get the caldo, okay? And if you wish to get the other things, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. So Tater Hater,
you paid $14 for a salad.
Tater Hater, he had salad only, huh?
I mean, I'm going to tell you what I would do.
What?
I'd have went down to the grocery store, and I'd have bought me a pack of lettuce. You don't even have to cut it up. I'd have bought me some tomatoes.
Dude, they got these little salad packs. You can get the full salad with all the dressing and everything already put together. You go and buy it, you just dump it in a bowl and put it all together, and you're good to go.
For $14, you could eat in the whole damn week on that damn salad.
$2.59.
Really?
For the salad.
I got to go shopping for that.
You won't.
You just need to go to the grocery store, period, but you don't go to the grocery store.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's so much cheaper to go out to eat every day.
Tom A. in charge of the lies, says the texter.
Thank you. Thank you. What else you got, Tom?
Only lettuce he had was on his taco, says Tater Hater.
There was no taco.
So there you go. That's straight from the witness.
Yeah, I knew to say that. You guys better tell the truth. I told them, if you're gonna do that,
whatever.
And they didn't do it.
Well, okay. So B and I are supposed to believe that you're telling the truth and that they're lying, even though every time we turn around, we go and we actually witness with our own eyes the bunker and the non-healthy food you eat.
And not only that, if he goes out to eat with you, it's not like he's eating right.
No.
Okay, I'll take the chicken fried steak and the fried onion rings. You had to twist my arm.
Is the scale over there, Will?
It's in the office. I can go get it. But what does that matter?
I've lost some weight.
Oh, well, yeah, sure you have.
Yep.
So, what, less than 284?
Have you lost any weight?
What, did you have a bowel movement?
I have, but I unfairly lost weight because there again, I just had dialysis yesterday. So I got, 4 kilos taken off, which is about 8 pounds.
God.
I personally think that I've lost weight because here's what I ate today. For breakfast, 3 fried eggs and watermelon. For lunch, grilled pork chop, okra, and green beans. And for supper, grilled chicken and pork and green beans.
I know you do a lot of shrimp in the Philippines. Does the family do other kinds of fish? I'm just curious. Because I know you're not a big fish eater.
No, I'm not a big fish eater. I mean, if it's catfish, if they bring me a catfish, I'll eat it. If they bring me a redfish, I'll eat that. But they go to the market every single day. So I put up Christmas lights today. Maybe I'll go and take pictures of the house now that I got the Christmas lights up.
Oh.
You can see them halfway down the block, Tom. I got this thing lit up. This is like what was the movie? The Christmas whatever the hell the movie is with Uncle not Uncle Fester. Golly, I can't think of the name of the movie. But anyway, I got the house.
Now
it's dressed up.
Now, B, are you gonna be like Gretchen Wilson when the Christmas is over?
What does that even mean?
Well, she leaves her Christmas lights up.
You're such a dumbass.
No, I'm gonna take them down.
Wow, just saying.
I'm not lazy.
B is not a redneck woman.
No, and I can prove it.
And yes, I know the song, Tom, that you're a dumbass.
Wallet Hub study listed 2 New Mexico cities among the most sinful cities in America. Now, what do you think is the number one before I tell you New Mexico's sinful cities, what city do you believe is the most sinful in the United States?
Vegas,
yes. And St. Louis, Missouri came in at number 2.
Get out, really?
Which, if you've ever been to Missouri, it's the heartland.
I was like, isn't that the Bible Belt? Isn't what they call it?
Yeah, I mean, it's and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania came in at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania came in at number 3.
Pennsylvania, I can believe.
Hub, based this on 38 metrics that were 7 dimensions for, and they were anger and hatred, jealousy, excessives and vices, greed, lust, vanity, and laziness. So I can kind of see where St. Louis would come in, because the Democrats actually run St. Louis, Missouri, and the rest of the state's run by the Republicans. But Albuquerque came in on the list.
Of course
it did.
And Las Cruces also made the list.
Really?
Yeah. So Albuquerque came in at number 70 with a vice index of 39.8, and Las Cruces came in at number 146 with a vice index of 32.28. So I'm not surprised that Albuquerque did make the list.
Cruces, I'm kind of like, what?
Yeah, they're big enough, but it's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird.
So several people were saying the Lampoon Christmas Vacation be the Griswold family Christmas.
Yeah, there you go.
Holiday Row.
Oh, my. His mic is now off. Just FYI.
Thank you for the little things. Looks like no charges filed against Matt Arzanea and his ex-teammates at San Diego State University. Remember the gang rape case?
Yes, sir.
And Buffalo dropped this kid without any investigation. This kid will face no criminal charges in connection with the alleged gang rape of a minor that occurred at an off-campus party in October of 2021. San Diego County District Attorney's Office announced this yesterday. So I wonder if he's going to get an apology from the Bills and get his job back. Probably not. By the way, there were witnesses that were at the party that came out and said, this is not true. This is not true. This isn't even close to being true. Didn't matter. Basically, in this society, you can say anything about somebody, and, I mean, they take it and run with it. President Joe Biden, will he run in 2024? Supposedly, he will make that decision during the upcoming holiday break.
Please don't.
Confirmed by the White House. Now, this is a bunch of BS, too, because supposedly during the Thanksgiving break, he was going to make the decision. Of course,
right.
Joe was like, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I mean, isn't it pretty much the same? I guess it is. Taking out trash coming up in just a second. Hey, our buddies Mike and Matt at Iron River Inspection reminding you that they are second-generation pipeliners and have put together a team that has over 300 years experience in the patch. If you're looking for good folks to go out and inspect your pipeline, they can do that for you. They also do facility inspections, safety training, and they're one of the top-notch consulting companies in the industry. If you need help this morning, go online and find them, ironriverinspection.com. Big deal going on right now. Sempra Infrastructure announced that Tuesday they signed a long-term deal with the French utility company to supply liquefied natural gas from Port Arthur, Texas, all the way to France. By the way, the deal is 875 million tons, and this is phase one of the project. So we're shipping it out of the United States and shipping it to. This is a private deal from shipping it from Texas to France. And another Border Patrol agent has died in the line of duty. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol agent died yesterday in an all-terrain vehicle accident while patrolling along the southern border, leaving behind a wife and 2 children. They have not released the name of the Border Patrol agent at this time. And local officials are looking into multiple threats this morning, threats against a high school, Rio Rancho. Police in Rio Rancho said they take threats very serious. Rio Rancho Police Department learned of the unconfirmed threat of violence against Rio Rancho High School. School was placed on a lockout Although classes weren't in session, student and staff at the campus were helped to safety by police. I don't know why they would need. They said that nothing actually. So I don't know why they needed help. But another threat at a high school. And in Clovis, police said school surveillance video caught 2 students with guns on campus, and they have been arrested. So we got 2 stories about schools, one school in Clovis, one school in Rio Rancho. And, Will, I know you're going to be able to rest easier this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Spencer Eldon, who appeared nude and underwater at the age of 4 months. He was the baby on the
Nirvana cover.
Famous. And judge yesterday said in the child pornography suit that he was dismissing the case.
Okay.
So the kid is very, very upset.
Well, he was looking for a payday.
No, he's looking for some cash.
He wanted some money from Kurt Cobain's estate.
Yeah, that's exactly what he wanted. And brand new poll, 8 out of 10 Americans have cut spending, but not on their health. 8 in 10 people have cut down on general spending, but 81% of us have cut down on general spending, but most people have not cut down on how much money they spend on their health. Taking out trash up next, 7:03. We're KWMW, Mile Jamora, 105.1 FM.
According to the text, Biden took himself out of running when he popped off about the border not being important. Republicans will hang that around his neck.
Yeah, that's what's so sad, that he said the border was not important, and the same day, Border Patrol agent died. The day before, an officer also died. Mm-hmm. And so when we hear that it's not important, you don't think those Border Patrol agents, looked at this and said, "Oh, we're not important, huh?" I got a buddy of mine, a friend of all of us, and his brother passed. 200 people a day dying from fentanyl. And Joe Biden and the Democrats could give 2 poops that 200 people a day are dying from fentanyl overdoses. And the Biden administration could give a care less. That's what he said when he said, we got more important things to do than go to the border. 200 people a day dying. What if that was your brother? What if one of those victims of the overdoses of fentanyl was your kid? You got better things to do. Poor choice of words. Very poor choice of words from the President of the United States. Sad, too.
Texter says, Brittany Griner is free. Praise the Lord.
Thank God everything is going to be going down. The prices, inflation is rebounding. Yeah, you can expect the price of gas to be going down.
I'm sure the Ukraine and Russia war will be over soon because of this.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Brittany's going to get that done.
So how do you keep an employee that is a pathological liar, asked the texter.
What liar?
And only weight Tom has ever lost, says Buddy, was when he would put on a clean shirt that didn't have food on it.
There's a clean shirt right here, buddy.
There's a stain right underneath the logo there. A couple of them, actually. Somebody else says, Patrick says, Tom A. is such a liberal, cataracts when he can't talk or read a text, on a diet when he eats 3 plates at a buffet, as long as that first plate is always salad. It's always an excuse.
And let me just say,
what?
This dude ain't never ate a salad. Seriously.
I have. That's what helped me cut down.
If you would eat a salad, you wouldn't have to go to the hospital, not once.
The only time I've ever witnessed
compacted.
The only time I've ever witnessed him eat a salad, it was a taco salad.
Yes.
And he ate the shell.
Well, nobody said nothing about eating the shell.
Tom A.
What?
Stop it already.
Oh, God.
You can't eat the damn shell,
Right.
you diabetic.
Imagine that both cities, Democrat-run cities in New Mexico that made that poll, says the texter.
Very sinful. Very sinful.
Not a big surprise, though.
No.
Yeah. 706, taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, 575-390-4549. Find them today, trash-eaters.com. They do residential trash pickup, and don't forget to give to Lovington Shelter so they can spay and neuter the animals and ship them off to a no-kill facility. I don't know if you've seen all this going on, but supposedly Joe Rogan talking about the weight that The Rock has gained. So there's a lot of steroid abuse controversy going on right now.
The Rock.
Joe Rogan making the comment that The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, is using performance-enhanced substances.
Well, and he's basically called him out and said he needs to come clean about his body.
Yeah, and saying there is no way that you are built like that at your age and not using performance enhancement drugs.
The guy's 45. He wrestled for 20 years in the WWE. No, he's made movies for the last, 10 years. Looks the same to me.
How does that work, Tom, when you get older and you look the same?
Yeah.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the same way, you remember.
Not really, no.
No.
Arnold looks older.
By the way, this
bodybuilding.
conversation began about the Liver King, popular fitness influencer who charmed millions of fans, believed that he was eating nothing but raw meat, recently confessed via video that he was taking steroids and apologized to lying to his fans. So is The Rock on steroids? No word from The Rock at this point.
No,
So
it's
Liver
him
King
working out, dude.
Oh, it's just him working out, huh?
Yeah.
Working out.
Well, he's a
And you
superhero.
know
now.
this from the experience of hitting the gym yourself.
He does, because, Tom, he knows how to hit the gym.
Yes.
So shut the hell up, crybaby. Stop trying to play the victim and pretending to be all offended. This coming from the most racist supremacist I've ever heard. I don't even know what this
Who talking about?
I don't even know who this is talking to or about or pertaining to, because I don't even know who was crying, supposedly. But that's 915 Liberal this morning. He just...
No, please. I want you to pinpoint, because I do this to all idiot liberals that call people out about being a racist. I want you to go ahead and pinpoint exactly what I said this morning that is racist.
Can't do it.
So I'm gonna wait for your answer and prove that you're a dumbass.
915 never...
I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
915 never answers a question. All they ever do is say inflammatory comments to try to get read. So Jeffro says, "Can you smell it?" Yeah.
Right.
I don't think he's talking about what The Rock is cooking. I think he's talking about, or maybe he is, the BS. Oh, someone else said Tom had 2 baskets of bread too.
No, they don't serve you bread.
Mm-hmm.
They don't serve you bread.
Mm-hmm.
I know that buffet like the back of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
They don't serve you bread.
By the way, Conor McGregor, there's also controversy that he is using the juice. Have you seen that guy lately? I guarantee he's put on 30 pounds of muscle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I did take steroids the other day. I don't
It's
feel
a
buff.
different type of steroids, Tom.
It's not the same
I
thing,
don't feel
dude.
buff yet.
It's called anabolic. Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to try to explain it because.
No, please don't.
So
We're already running late.
someone says, "Hey, eat
Right.
what you want because Diet Coke counteracts everything." Only problem is Tom won't drink Diet Coke to save his life.
I love that. No, you're
No,
right.
I got to say this much. I will drink regular Coke before I drink the diet stuff because the stuff they put in the diet is not good for you to begin with.
How
And I
about
can't
zero?
get that aftertaste out of my
It's
mouth.
all the same. It's all.
The
It's
zero
all.
is the same.
It's all aspartame. It's all. Or there's a few exceptions out there, but they're hard to find.
Hold on.
But
Hold on. I got to get this energy drink.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that the energy drink's not.
By the way, as I drink my Cobra energy drink this morning, our driver that picked us up at the airport said, "Don't drink that. It's bad for your kidneys." The wife said, "I forbid you from drinking it." So here I am drinking it right now.
Oh, B.
Too late.
I run this damn house.
Well, trust me, you don't want to mess with your kidneys.
They're drinking.
Yeah, but look at all the vitamins it's got in it.
So it says diet stuff isn't good for you, but sugar is? Question mark. LMAO.
No, sugar is not good for you. It's the most addictive substance. But if I'm going to drink a soda, I'm going to drink the real stuff. And I try to limit myself to like one a week, but I'm going to drink the real stuff.
And I agree with this text. Someone says, "Who cares if they're on steroids or not? Actors have to meet a certain look for parts. It's their body." I mean,
their body, their choice.
If it's giving them an unfair advantage in sports,
it's another thing.
It is another thing. But if they're an actor, don't have an issue.
Yeah, Liver King lied about it. So Liver King said, repeatedly denied being on steroids and said,
making your living telling people this is what you do to be in shape or bulk up, and what they're actually doing is taking steroids, then yes, I have a problem with that.
I mean, this guy, did you see? I mean, he's out there eating like raw liver and all kinds. This is the way I am. Look at here. I got this body because of what I eat. No, you got that body because you're on the juice. That's why you got the body. Ann Hesh, system at the time of the car crash. And she died, according to the medical examiner, came out, and certain drugs were detected through her urine and blood. But they said at the time of the accident, they can't say for sure if she was under the influence. But a couple drugs to note that they did detect. One of them was fentanyl, and that makes a lot of sense that she passed out while driving. Tom, do you have the story about the Roswell police high-speed chase?
Motorcycle? No, I have another one though.
So you don't have the motorcycle story?
I have a different one, which is intense.
Oh, it's better.
Yeah.
It's a better story.
It's intense.
So, yeah, police arrested a Roswell man, on a motorcycle Tuesday night after he reportedly led them on a high-speed chase through the city. Eller Ravenna, 24 years old, taken into custody with one count of engaging and fleeing from law enforcement and reckless driving. How many high-speed chases have we had in Roswell this year?
Ooh, man. Dozens.
I mean, for the size of Roswell, they get a lot of high-speed chases.
But they really do. They back off on them. So does Hobbs PD, because they figure they're going to get them later.
Yeah, but Hobbs does not have as many as Roswell.
Yeah. There's a policy behind that, by the way. So.
Well, thank you for that. That wasn't the question. Oh. The question was how many.
At least a dozen. I say at least a dozen.
We appreciate you. Looks like a Florida woman died after she was trying to set up a backyard fire pit. Word of advice, do not use gas. We'll talk about that coming up next. And a man in Albuquerque pled guilty to robbing Starbucks 4 years ago. This guy has a criminal rap sheet, and you're not going to believe what the judge did to him. Did he let him out, or did he throw him in jail? Well, I'll give you the answer coming up in a second. And an elementary school in Minnesota was taken into custody after surveillance video showed him doing what in class? And a Midland man arrested late last month, allegedly confronting a group of people at Walmart and threatening a woman at knife point. I'll tell you, they have made an arrest in that story. We'll talk about that. And another Border Patrol agent passes away, and Aaron Judd signs a huge contract.
Boy, did he ever.
With Yankees. I'll tell you how much money. And a polygamist group out of Arizona. This guy had 20 wives, many of them minors. I'll give you more details on that coming up next. And troopers from the Department of Public Safety in Texas responded to a single vehicle crash on 380. We'll tell you what more information on that story coming up next. We'll get you updated with those stories still to come. We're going to qualify people for cash, wrap up the text. We'll check the weather, do the national anthem, the pledge, and get updated with all the news.
You know, Kevin, if you actually drink the real Coke, you drink the Coke bottles from Mexico. They make those with sugar cane and not with syrup, says the text.
Same here in the Philippines. They're the same bottles, the green bottles.
Mm-hmm. Now, another one says, so Brittany Griner for an arms dealer. She's no one of importance, just another gay female basketball player, says.
Yes, but you're missing the point. She is a gay basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
She checked the boxes.
A lot of fog on 31 in Carlsbad. Visibility only about 4 feet, says one of the listeners.
Bad. Wow. I want to remind you again that the Carlsbad superintendent issued a 2-hour delay earlier today for the students getting on those buses. They're a 2-hour delay because of heavy fog. So that's what they got going there in Carlsbad, guys. And the only media source said that Ann Hesh died with multiple drugs in her system is MSN. All other media sources say 0 drugs were found in her system at the time of the crash.
Well, they said at the time of the crash, they don't know if she was intoxicated, but she had drugs in her system, and one of them was fentanyl.
Yep. Good morning, guys. You know, they made that trade for that worthless Brittany Griner. Pretty sure that's the darn saddest things that we've ever heard all day. I mean, you know, besides Tom's voice, of course. Laugh out loud.
That is pretty sad.
All the other people that are in prisons and the families that have to live worrying about their family members. But Brittany gets out.
Yeah.
Because the NBA demanded that the White House do something. So she gets out, and all the other citizens of the United States. And you know what? She doesn't even like America.
No.
She's one of those kneeling people. She doesn't even like America. She hates it. She's an American-hating son of a gun.
You know, regardless of what she says when she gets back, I bet she likes it a little more now.
Oh, I bet she does.
10-1, guys. No, she gets back in trouble when she's back here. It's a habit.
Trouble for what?
Well, drugs.
It's not against the law here, Tom.
Marijuana is legal.
Not in the U.S.? No, it ain't. There's some states that it is, but not the whole U.S.
You may be.
Is anybody going to jail for having a little marijuana nowadays?
I haven't heard of a case lately. No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you for debunking.
I love when he argues with us for nothing.
I love it. Thank you for debunking it. 719, foggy conditions out there. Should be sunny later today. High temperature 67, 42 tonight. 59 and cloudy for tomorrow. Weekend weather looking awesome. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by our buddies on 128. If you're driving over there, we've got an accident that is slowing everything down.
Yep.
You can exit on Buck Jackson Road if you've been just at a standstill, and now you need fuel. You can exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles, and fill her up with unleaded DEF, red diesel, green diesel. They accept fleet cards, credit cards, and debit cards. So if you're on 128, this could be your alternative route. Exit on Buck Jackson Road and fill her up today. By the way, if you need the forecast, you can always just go to W105radio.com. 720. We're going to take a break. We're going to qualify folks. We're going to give away some cash this afternoon with Russ Black. But first, you got to get qualified. Good news is Will's in the studio, so Tom will not be hanging up on you as much. Good news for you. Just throwing it out there. National Anthem and the Pledge this morning being brought to you by Rebecca Long, reminding you that she can take care of all your insurance. Recreational vehicles, auto, boat, home, commercial insurance, life insurance. She can take care of it all. Give her a call, 575-393-2661. She's been doing this a long, long time. 40-plus years. Started her business with farmers at the age of 19. Still going strong. Still loves what she does, helping people save money and helping them when, accidents happen in their lives. Get in touch with Rebecca today. Her number, 575-393-2661. Call for that free quote today. National Anthem and the Pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long, your Farmers Insurance agent.
Good morning. My name is Jack Zeeble. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
724 of the Lord's Prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
Jesus answered from John 14, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
Hi, this is Felicia Bowen with Judah Oil. Please join me in our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
724, a large prayer being brought to you by Judah Oil. Quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, beautiful Mayhill, New Mexico. Scott and Jamie Miller would love to show you around and show you all the improvements they've made since they've taken over Camp of the Tall Pines. They have improved the cozy cabins, put in the gel foam mattresses. Also, they have added additional RV hookups. They have also, of course, have the glamping tents. They've got the 18-hole course for disc golf. They've got the stock pond with lots of fish in there. High ropes, low ropes, lots of things for the kids to do. Check them out today. You can go online and visit them on Facebook, Camp of the Tall Pines on Facebook, camptallpines.com online, or just call them 575-687-4101. Maybe looking into maybe where to go for the long Christmas holiday between New Year's. This would be a perfect place where you go. Camp of the Tall Pines. Check them out today. Be safe out there. Foggy conditions this morning. Slow down and be safe. 726. Tom and a look at news coming up next. We'll qualify folks in just a second. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm. Luke Ragsdale, reminding you he is the guy that settles the big cases. More than $10 million in one case in the patch, $9 million in one case when it comes to medical malpractice. Been involved in a car accident. He can defend you and get you the money that you deserve. Also, if you are a victim of maybe a slip and fall at a hotel, he can handle that for you. And if you're gotten yourself in a criminal matter, Luke Ragsdale is there to defend you. 575-208-5300, RagsdaleLawFirm.com for more information. Let's qualify some folks. Tom, and a look at news coming up next, 726. We're W105.
Miracle Ear in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Artesia, and Roswell presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
I'm Tom A. Reese with MTD Radio News, in charge of Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Chaffetz County Undersheriff Charles Isles reported to MTD Radio News that a Roswell man who disappeared and left family and friends behind several months ago was found deceased. Isles was not able to provide further details as of Wednesday. Judge Dustin K. Hunter of the 5th Judicial District Court in Roswell has ordered that 38-year-old Juan Rodriguez, accused of raping a 12-year-old and grooming several other girls, will remain detained while awaiting trial. Rodriguez is charged with 4 counts of criminal sexual penetration in the first degree of a child under 13, along with 1 count each of kidnapping in the first degree and 1 act of enticement of a child and tampering with evidence. In his decision, Judge Hunter called the alleged acts shocking and said that Rodriguez had allegedly sought out and groomed numerous young children to engage in sexual acts with him. Minnesota-based Northern Oil and Gas Company closed on a $155 million land purchase in the Permian Basin earlier this month after it made a series of acquisitions throughout the region this year. The deal was initially valued at $157.5 million, which included about 2,800 acres in Eddy and Lee counties, along with Loving County in Texas. The acquisition included about 9 producing wells and 21 undeveloped locations, with Mewbourne Oil as the primary operator, along with ConocoPhillips and EOG. In charge of the news for Southeast New Mexico and West Texas, I'm Tom A. Reese.
Come and get it.
In just 2 minutes, an Oral-B electric toothbrush can change your mind about what a toothbrush can do. In just 2 minutes a day, its dentist-inspired round brush head cleans 100% better than a regular brush. And in less time than the average commercial break, you can get that purifying, clean feeling like you just left the dentist. Not bad for just a couple of minutes. Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Come and get it.
'Twas the holiday season at Total Wine & More. So many friends that you need to shop for. Gifts on their shelves are so easy to find. Just what you love for your loved ones in mind. Your father likes bourbon, Cabernet for your sis. Champagne for a coworker, never a miss. All perfectly priced, as low as can be. Shop Total Wine for them and for me.
Love what you find. Always lowest prices at Total Wine & More. Delivery available. Drink responsibly, B21.
Rush in to win $1,500 cash at Casino Apache. Join us Sundays in December for the Rushing for Riches giveaway. Play with your Apache Spirit Club card to earn entries into the drawing. 10 winners each week will score up to $1,500 cash. The $37,200 Rushing for Riches giveaway. Sundays in December. Only at Casino Apache. Must be 21 or older. See Apache Spirit Club booth or CasinoApacheTravelCenter.com for details.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Dell Technologies' Days of Deals for Business start now with fresh, limited quantity deals on tech to drive productivity. Save on select performance laptops and desktops powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything, and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Nacho fries are back at Taco Bell. You know, the fries covered in bold Mexican spices you dip in a warm nacho cheese sauce. You could also dunk them in nacho cheese sauce or pour the sauce onto a pile of them and create like a nacho fries nachos. The thing is that you eat them with nacho cheese sauce. That's what makes them nacho fries. Otherwise, you're just eating fries and sipping on nacho cheese sauce, and that's the wrong way. Sorry, just really passionate about nacho fries.
Nacho fries are back, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact local store for hours and participation which vary.
Main wreckage on the south side of the tracks. Report of male driver, late 20s, severe injuries.
Copy that. Can you see the vehicle?
No, it's way up there. I heard a witness say the stop arm was down, but he tried to beat the train anyway.
Too many drivers are killed crossing railroad tracks, even though they know a train is approaching. What they don't know is, even after it breaks, a train can take up to a mile to stop.
Requesting ambulance stretcher to shuttle crash victim back to the road.
Copy.
Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
Honey, I did it.
You did what?
I switched us to T-Mobile.
Really?
Did you see those rate hikes from AT&T and Verizon this year? With T-Mobile's Price Lock Guarantee, they won't raise our rates for talk, text, and data ever.
T-Mobile won't raise the rate? Ever?
Happy New Year!
Is our T-Mobile rate the same?
Yeah!
Nice.
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie.
You too. Say, is our T-Mobile rate still the same?
It is. Happy 4th of July!
Same T-Mobile rate?
Yes, it is. Happy Labor Day.
Still the same?
Yes! It's still the same rate.
This holiday, make the switch from Verizon and AT&T to T-Mobile. With T-Mobile's Price Lock Guarantee, we won't raise the rate of your talk, text, and data ever. And you'll avoid those random rate hikes. Get even more at T-Mobile.
Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Price Lock guarantees rate plan price of current on-network service for eligible lines on new accounts. See details at T-Mobile.com.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
If you, your business, or your organization is needing a venue or facility to host a meeting, convention, party, or other special event, don't cram everyone into your tiny little office. Call the Lee County Event Center. You don't have to fill up the main floor. The Event Center has many other smaller rooms that are perfect for meetings, seminars, parties, and other special events. The Lee County Event Center, seating for 25 or 2,500, 5101 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Call 575-391-2100 or visit leecountyevents.com.
If your neighbors don't listen to Bee and the Breakfast Club, they suck.
Bee and the Breakfast Club being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com. #1 way to wake up in Hobbs. We are Bee and the Breakfast Club.
Basically the same dose, but a smaller dose.
Thank you so much, Joe. Just in, the White House just posting up how much money they have spent to build semiconductors in the United States. Nobody spends money like this administration. TSMC investing $40 billion in Phoenix. By the way, we will also be donating tons of money. Micron investing $100 billion in Syracuse, and we will be, of course, funding a chunk of that. Intel investing $20 billion in Columbus, and IBM investing $20 billion in Chesapeake. And, of course, we will be funding a great part of that because we give money away like no other administration.
Well, I will say this. At least with this, we're trying to not be reliant on Taiwan.
Yeah, so not just Taiwan. China is a huge semiconductor manufacturer. So do we need to build semiconductors in the United States? But you're the same people that got rid of us building semiconductors in the United States.
Oops.
You're the same people that got rid of generic medication being made in the United States. And the list goes on and on and on. It just seems like the hamster wheel keeps moving, and then all of a sudden we reinvent it again. So I applaud the need for us to build semiconductors in the United States. You're 100% about that. How much is it worth to us? I don't know. I don't know about investing $100 billion in it. It all goes back to, if it's such a great industry, why does the government have to get involved? Why should the government get involved? Why do we have to fund it? Same thing about green energy. If it's so good, electric charging stations, if it's such a good idea, why has the government got to get involved? You would think somebody would go, hey, I'm going to build those because people will come to them. New study finds that constant annoying sound from noisy neighbors may cause heart disease. Tom, do you have a nosy neighbor?
No.
What about a noisy neighbor? Yeah, so you got neither one of those.
No.
Thank you very much. And Florida man is behind bars after allegedly having sex with a dog. Yeah, that's just sick. Look, I mean, I've probably used the phrase screw in the pooch, but I didn't mean like that. Wow. And look, there's another punchline. I'm gonna give up on it, though. I'll give up on it.
Good.
What a sick son of a gun.
We've got a call coming in when you're ready.
All right, let's go to the before we take the call, did you guys see that Jesse James, his pregnant wife, former porn star Bonnie Rotten, filed for divorce and then changed her mind?
No.
Said it was just a bad decision that she had made. One of many in her life. That's for damn sure.
I guess.
One of a whole bunch of them. All right, 7:38. Let's go to the call.
Good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club. Who we got?
Hey, this is Rocket out here driving around.
What's going on, Rocket?
Hey, the reason that the government has to sponsor these new industries that they're trying to build is so that they can collect on them. Because if a true capitalist were to, then the government would only be able to tax it, and then they'd have to send in the EPA to overtax it, and they'd have to send in the equal rights worker groups to overtax it even more. So it's not even practical to run a business in this country, especially start a new one competing with China. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, and that's exactly why the government has to be involved in it. It's total control. They want to destroy capitalism and take over every aspect of our lives. That's what it is.
You might be right. Crazy.
Thank you, Rocket.
Thank you. Russian intelligence officer and former Rudy Giuliani associate has been charged 7 counts of fraud and money laundering. Of course, they always got to drop, Rudy Giuliani's name in there. Has he gone to prison yet? The answer to that would be no. No. Hasn't gone to prison yet and probably will not go to prison. Florida mother mother of 5, dead in a backyard fire pit accident that severely injured her 11-year-old son. Nicole Foltz, 38 years old, suffered burns on 95% of her body during a fire pit accident in the backyard of her home in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Mother died in the hospital 3 days following that incident, and they were preparing Christmas without the woman who was a ray of their sunshine. Evidently, the fire pit, it involved gas, pouring gas on the fire. 95% of her body was burned and also severely injured that 11-year-old son. Sad story. And this is typical in New Mexico. Thank you, Democrats, that keep, putting forward these laws that release the real criminals and putting judges in place that probably shouldn't even be judging Dancing with the Stars. Matthew Bailando pled guilty to robbing Starbucks more than 4 years ago. And by the way, he's continuously gotten in trouble while on probation. But the judge is going to give him another chance.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Matthew, by the way, is 29 years old. Held up the Starbucks in 2018. Well, what turned out to be a BB gun. After an employee handed over the cash, police say that he tried to leave, but customers tackled him and held him. I didn't think you guys in Albuquerque had it in you.
Right.
By the way, he's sentenced 3 years in prison, but after his release, he violated his probation again at least 3 other times.
Man.
He was most recently picked up in September for battery of a police officer, resisting arrest and concealing his identity.
So apparently
those
we've got
charges were dismissed because he didn't show up. The police deputy didn't show up for his hearing. On Wednesday in court, he admitted to violation, and the state asked for probation, asked that his probation be revoked. Instead, though, the judge said, no, he's such a good kid. We're not going to revoke his probation. Decided to give him a chance in a recovery program. So if you're keeping up with this, that's 3, or is it 4 times that he's broken probation and never did a day in prison.
He's just misunderstood, B.
Oh, he's just such a good kid. Let's give him one more chance. Even though the state's actually saying, look, we need to revoke his probation. No, we need to give him a chance. All right, 7:43. Still to come, Boob of the Day within minutes.
Jay in Lovington says, can you guys get us some updates on traffic jam out there on Highway 128? I'm stopped at mile marker 49, headed west towards Carlsbad, about 3 miles outside of Jow. It's 5 miles away from Buck Jackson, and traffic is backed up way out here. Please see if you can find out why we're backed up clear down here on 128, because he said he's aware of the truck fire that was, 35 miles away from where he is now, and he's not sure why the traffic is backed up at this point. I'm guessing a different wreck.
From Lee County Sheriff's?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Everybody else did. I said anything from the
no,
sheriff's
not yet.
This accident. It's been over an hour.
Well, this is something different, apparently. Maybe we could text again.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it. He just texted me, and he said, "I'm going to get you something in a minute." So,
who just texted you?
Matt Hutchinson.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Matt's in Eddy County, isn't he?
This is where this accident is.
This
Tom
is
A.
Lee County.
That's what they said.
Tom A.
It's in Lee County. God dang, if you had that map. I'm just saying, if you had the map, you'd know where you're at.
We just said it's outside of Jow. Where's Jow, Tom?
Wait, that's Eddy County, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's Lee County.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh.
Thank you for
ding,
that.
Ding, ding, Wait. Ding, ding, ding. Tom A. for 10 points.
Well, here's the deal. We do not have, and I wasn't going to say this, but we do not have, so I have to go through different avenues, a PIO now for Lee County. And so I've got to go different venues to get the information.
Did you tick them off?
No, it's just I
Did
don't
you
know
check
why. I don't know why.
Check the Facebook page?
No, not yet. But the thing is that they don't have an official PIO.
Someone said Jow is next to Albuquerque. Look, on Tom A's map, you're probably right.
Wait. We met the young lady. She came into the station.
Yes. But somehow they have changed her duties. And She's not like Vivian. Vivian was an official police person. So,
I don't know. I just want to update on the traffic accident.
Maybe I did.
I mean, call our buddy Corey Hill.
I was like, just call the sheriff and find out.
I mean, just call the sheriff. He'll get back with us, believe me. Longtime elementary school teacher in Benson, Minnesota, about 150 miles from St. Paul's, is in custody after surveillance video from his classroom allegedly showing him forcing young boys to grope him in a place that they shouldn't be. Last Friday, Roger Ebnett, 59 years old, who teaches second grade at Northside Elementary School in Benson, was arrested, reportedly indicated that he was forcing 7 and 8-year-old boys to touch him inappropriately. By the way, they had put up this surveillance video to catch him in the act after several complaints. Can't we just teach the kids? Sad, sad story. Thank God all teachers are not like that. Midland man was arrested after last month. He allegedly confronted the group at the Walmart in Midland and threatened a woman at knife point. Jesus La Mesa, 41 years old, has been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. By the way, the incident happened on November 29th. He is being held, as bond is set, at $25,000. 38-year-old Border Patrol agent was killed in a high-speed pursuit after a group of immigrants attempted to enter the country illegally in Mission, Texas on Wednesday. U.S. Border Patrol has not confirmed the identity of this agent. By the way, the agents were tracking a group of immigrants at roughly 1 a.m. in the morning, and that's when the crash occurred. Aaron Judge signs a huge contract. I'm not a baseball fan, but I'm smart enough to know that 9-year, $360 million deal with the Yankees is a big damn deal. That's a ton of money. Is that the biggest contract out there right now, Tom?
It is.
$360 million, 9-year deal.
Of course, he hit 72 home runs this year.
That's a lot of money. Yeah. That's a lot of money. 748, Boob of the Day coming up next. We'll talk about the polygamous group in Arizona and state troopers in Texas from the DPS respond to a single vehicle crash on 380. I'll get you updated on the results of that coming up next. 749, we're being the Breakfast Club.
And what was the two loud booms that I heard in Artesia last night?
That was Tom Fell.
Don't know, but we'll try to get some answers to that.
Someone said Dooley rear-ended a tractor trailer at mile marker 43 west of Jowl on 128. So that may be the other wreck that was out there. But they did. Tim from the patch said traffic moving slow from 128 and Red Road heading heading east. So it's starting to move slow now.
So it sounds like we've had multiple accidents on 128 this morning. We had the burning truck earlier, right, and then it sounds like there are multiple accidents.
Someone said, Kevin, that 9-year deal is $40 million a year.
$40 million.
That's a buttload of money.
To hit a baseball? Wow.
That's a buttload of money.
And Patrick says Aaron Judge hit 62 home runs, not 72, Tom.
Well, it was in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, because 10 doesn't, 10 more doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. He was
Hire
chasing
Tom
72.
to do your taxes. He'll always be in the neighborhood, and will use that excuse for the IRS. Damn, you guys are kind of picky. I'm in the neighborhood.
And did I miss something here on the news? Asked the texter. Did I miss Tom A. not saying anything about the police chasing Roswell? No, B had that one.
I did that one because Tom had another one.
B's in charge of the news.
Right.
Yeah, that was more important than my story.
And there were two fighter jets breaking the sound barrier last night. We were watching them, said Jeff.
I'm hearing more and more stories about loud booms in Artesia and Carlsbad. Are there more flights coming from Holloman Air Force Base?
I don't know about Holloman. I don't know about Holloman, but we're in talks with the Air Force Base out of Snyder for aircraft that's flying over the Lovington area. So I don't know, what all that's about. So.
And I don't.
Yeah, I've been seeing on Facebook for 2 or 3 nights about loud booms.
And someone else said sonic booms, courtesy of Holloman.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And I don't have a noisy neighbor, says the text, but I do have a racist neighbor that has told me to go back to my country, and I'm a veteran. By the way, says the text.
Well, you know what? You'll find ignorant people no matter where you.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Your service.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Weather today, fog should start to lift in the next hour. High temperature today getting up to about 67. Sun will break. We'll have some sun today. 42 tonight and cloudy, and then cloudy tomorrow. High temperature only 59 with nothing but clouds. Check of the weather being brought to you by Maine Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maine Trailer Sales. Serving Southeast New Mexico with the largest inventory of new and pre-owned models. Looking for a fifth wheel. They can accommodate that. Ultralights, if you're looking for toy haulers, they've got those. 65 years in the business. It's still going strong. Go to the website, MaineTrailerSalesInc.com. 575-622-1751. Give them a holler today. Well, it looks like a leader of a polygamous group out of Arizona is taken into custody. He had 20 wives. Most of them were minors. And punished the followers who did not treat him as a prophet. Oh, wait, another David Koresh. By the way, newly filed court documents allege that Samuel Bateman, former member of the Fundamentalist Church of the Latter-day Saints, until he left them and started his own offshore group. Many of the women that he was married to were under the age. 20 different wives. I can't imagine the headaches dealing with 20 different women all at the same time. I'm kind of wired a little different because when I hear about stories like this, I always say, okay, whose turn is it? How did they decide this type of stuff? Whose turn is it tonight? Do they go in alphabetical order? Do you go by, who comes first on the pecking order, who you married? Tom, how did they decide who's going to the bedroom tonight, or do they all sleep in one bedroom? What do you think?
I think they all sleep in one bedroom.
They draw straws.
You think they all sleep in one bedroom? Can you imagine the cat fights?
Ooh.
20 women all want the attention of one man.
Just ask Hugh Hefner. He knows.
He knew.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. Part of me is just like, damn, 20 different women. The other part of me, I go, damn, these women had low self-esteem or something. They thought he was the prophet. And troopers from DPS, Department of Public Safety out of Texas, responded to a single vehicle crash on 380, 8 miles west of Plains, that left one person dead and another injured. According to preliminary reports, the driver, Manuel Ortega, 40, of Midland, and a passenger, Jose Ramirez of Odessa, driving an international truck traveling westbound on 380, lost control of the vehicle, and during the crash, Manuel Ortega was pronounced dead. He was taken to the hospital there in Yoakum County, and He was pronounced dead. The passenger was treated for his injuries and released. 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Boob of the day up next. Tom, catch up on the text.
All right. So Jimmy Burnside says, I would not want to disappoint 20 different women. One's enough.
Oh, and Jimmy, you would.
And if they're underage, they aren't women.
Amen.
Says the text.
They're girls.
That's
You're
right.
right about that. God bless.
And Papa Top says, the man he decides, says the texter.
Okay, I'll take you tonight.
Is it Papa Top or the texter?
Papa Top.
Then why did you need to say says the texter?
Man, we made some headway here.
Just for the heck of it. And the fog is cleared off at 128 and Buck Jackson Road. That's Tim from the patch this morning. Hey.
All right, down number 877-396-W105 morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns. Always closed on Saturday, open on Sunday. You can find them at 1907 North Main in Roswell. Looking for a perfect gift for a guy in your life. He's hard to buy for, but you can always buy him a gun or a knife, and he'll probably appreciate the heck out of it. Buy him some ammo. He'd appreciate that too. Zia Guns is the place to go. They have the largest selection of guns in southeast New Mexico. They've been around 35-plus years, and they invite you to come in, check them out. You could trade in your old gun to get a better gun. And, ladies, they are encouraging you that if you've been thinking about getting personal protection items, they've got lethal and non-lethal personal protection. See them today, 1907 North Main in Roswell. It's Zia Guns, closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. Boob of the day this morning at 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics. They've got the experts there. They've got multiple experts on staff. They've got a lot of experience to be able to treat you. They believe in treating the cause of the problem, the root cause of the problem, not numbing things so you feel better short term. They could treat you with ozone injections, stem cell, also the cryo chamber if you're living in pain. They also do hormonal optimization for men and women. And on the aesthetic side, they do a bunch of different things. If you're not feeling right, your body is talking to you, go in there and do the deep dive into your blood. Talk to Kelly Pfeiffer today. Find them at 3900 North Lovington Highway. Follow them on Facebook. You can also go to thefma.com for more information. Boob of the day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics.
So whoever did this obviously hasn't found their Christmas spirit yet. A 39-year-old guy near Cleveland called the cops last Friday after someone stole the baby Jesus from a nativity scene in his front yard. They also took 3 cows, a donkey, a lamb, and lamb figurines that were part of the set. And it may have been a prank because they left behind something as well. He told cops he found a Halloween tombstone decoration in their place with RIP written on it. It's not clear if it was someone who hates Christmas or just teenagers messing around, but police are investigating, and that officially makes it Boob of the Day status.
Boob of the Day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Just before the hour of 8, KWMW, Malmore 105.1 FM. We'll take a look at news coming up next. Keep you updated with the weather and more. Tom and the texts.
All right, so text says you have more excuses as usual. The PIO probably got tired of hearing from you, Tom, all hours of the night. That's where I usually get my news.
I have a sneaking suspicion.
That what, buddy?
That you annoy people?
Well, yeah, I mean, we want the news.
Well, I had one local chief of police that, why does he always call me at 8 o'clock at night? Well, because, wait a second, you got to work on Tom A's schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not going to work on your damn schedule.
He takes a nap at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when most people are working, so.
He's not going to work on your schedule. You got to work on his schedule.
And they're always good about it.
By the way, you hear that silence?
What happened?
That was an admission.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And I just went through with a truck. Far it was, it's slow moving. There is a very little traffic coming from Jow towards Carlsbad. says the texter. Just trying to get an official word from one of our sources here, guys.
Just call the sheriff.
I just did. I texted him.
I
hate to because he's got a lot of responsibilities, but in this case, we need to find out. I'm sorry.
Let me ask a question. You know, I had this portal that's on their website, and then they load stuff up on their Facebook. Have you checked either one of those?
Yes, I have. Nothing yet on those.
Okay. Did I do the story about Celine Dion?
No.
I know I had every intention of doing it early this morning, but she's got some health concerns. The iconic singer, she's not my fan favorite. Tom, you probably dig some Celine Dion, right?
She's okay.
Yeah, I mean, revealed this morning that she is suffering from a rare disease that will prevent her from performing. She had just moved to Vegas before COVID, and she was going to be performing pretty much regularly in Vegas.
At a residency, yeah.
Has a disease called stiff person's syndrome. It is a progressive disease that leaves the victim like a statue.
Oh, B.
Where they cannot walk or talk.
That sounds horrible.
It sounds terrible.
Is that the
one? I have
one?
never heard of SPS, stiff person's syndrome.
Now, is that the one that Bruce Willis has similar to it?
Tom. Bruce Willis has a cognitive disease that it affected his ability to complete sentences. So what does that have to do with the...
Well, if she's sick of that disease, she can't sing either.
Yeah, V, was that your head?
No, that was my phone. I just threw it down.
Oh, okay. We've got a call when you're ready.
My God, help me. All right, let's take the call, then we'll take a break.
Good morning, you're on B in the Breakfast Club. Who we got this morning? Hello, hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What's going on?
Oh, I can barely hear you. Northbound coming into Roswell on 285, just before you come into town on Charleston Road, there's traffic comes to a stop. I almost plowed into some people.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
So traffic stopped on 285 north of Roswell?
285.
Yeah, 285.
All right.
If you're coming in that way, be prepared.
I appreciate the call, man.
The fog is worse here than it was in Hobbs, Artesia, or Carlsbad.
My goodness.
Boy, you're making the rounds today.
Anyway, just want to let you know.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Hey, thank you. Have a good one. 804, we are being the Breakfast Club. Tom, did you get a message from our buddy Joe Mans yesterday?
Yes, I did.
So he wanted to inform you about a new coach being hired in Dexter.
And they hired him yesterday. Sonny Duran is the new football coach at
So
Dexter
congratulations to Sonny.
Yeah.
So, when I first moved to Dexter in 2008, Dexter was playing for the state championship.
I remember.
And Sonny, dude was, he was a dog on the field and blew out his knee in that championship game. So
I remember.
Sonny loves Dexter, and so Sonny takes the place of his uncle, Archie Duran. So the Durans are very well known. So congratulations going out to Sonny. All right, 805, we're B on the Breakfast Club. We're going to take a break, get updated with news, come right back. We're going to qualify, folks. More cash will be given away this afternoon. This is the last week of the cash, so we always finish it by giving away cash every day. So we're giving away cash this afternoon. Any idea who won yesterday?
Yes, actually, I do. I know all the people who won yesterday. So yesterday was Patty Westbrook.
Yes.
And the day before that, we had Martha Valdez won before that, then Ann Leslie and Jason Fine. So we've had Lots of winners already this week, and we've got another one set for today.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know what that tells me? By the way, yesterday we went off the air. I was getting messages in the Philippines that we're off the air.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing. It's not a good thing we went off the air.
No.
But it's a good thing that actually people listen and respond.
Oh, yeah.
And the winners from this week also tells me something else, Will.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
That women are highly represented as our listeners. So two good things that, that are awesome.
You're right. I didn't even think about it. As I look back, there's been a pretty large amount of women.
Yep. 8:06 news this morning being brought to you by the way, ladies, Atlas Makeup Mirror. How about that? 575-631-3189. Give them a call today. My wife pulled out the Atlas Makeup Mirror today. And I don't know why, but Filipinos and Hispanic women have something in common. They love pulling out their gray hairs. So when it's time to pull out the gray hairs, the Atlas Makeup Mirror is awesome because it comes with times 10, times 5, and, of course, times 1. And it's very well lit up with, it's illuminated with LED lights. So if you got a lot of gray hairs, Tom, the word for gray in Spanish is?
Carnus.
Carnus. Oh, my Lord.
Carnus?
Mm-hmm. You guys never heard of that word?
The only Hispanic in the studio, and you had to screw it up. But anyway, Atlas Makeup Mirror is perfect for pulling out the gray hairs. If that's your goal, hey, you won't even have to ask the kids to pull out your gray hair. Yeah, I know all about that.
Isn't carne meat?
No.
Yeah, yes, it is.
And gray is gris.
No.
Gris.
I know where he's going, but he got it wrong.
Gris.
Go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. You can also follow them on Facebook and on Instagram. Check out all the great videos and order yours today, just in time for Christmas, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Good news of the day coming up in just a second. It's 8:08. We're being the Breakfast Club on W105.
Miracle Ear in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Artesia, and Roswell presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Chris Foster. The American basketball star Brittany Griner is freed in a prisoner swap for a convicted Russian arms dealer, Victor Bout. President Biden on Twitter says he's spoken to her. She's safe on a plane coming home.
Brittany Griner had been detained just days before Russia's invasion of Ukraine on drug charges. She had possessed some cannabis oil and had just been sent to a penal colony last month. She was convicted to serve 9 years of hard labor.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the White House. President Biden has not said whether he might veto a defense bill ending a COVID vaccine mandate.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says rescinding the vaccine mandate is a mistake.
Republicans in Congress have decided that they rather fight against the health and well-being of our troops than protecting them.
Republicans say that mandate is having a real impact on recruitment and retention.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern in Washington. America's listening to Fox News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I just want to wash my face with pizza grease. Hey, I done got a pimple on my face. The first one in a long time. It's a beaut, too. Tall, round, kind of sitting on my jaw like a white-capped puss volcano. Now, as a working man, I'd occasionally get, a blemish on my hind end or my leg or something. You don't even know you got them until you're in the shower and you look back there and you go, hey, another butt zit. You lather it up. I use some of Pearl's expensive face soap. Next day it's gone, no problem. So I raided EJ's room, my boy, for some zit zapper and slathered that on. I swear I could hear that pimple giggling as I was reaching for that little tube. Yeah, it took care of it the same way Miracle Grow and a good rain will take care of a tomato plant. Things got even bigger. I believe that pimple started setting off a branch office on my chin. Feel like a crazy ball on my jaw, and that zit's just a tip. I tried popping it, but it just bled. I squeezed it, and when my jaw got too slimy in the hole, I squeezed it with a pair of pliers. That seemed to do the trick. It took about 15 minutes to clean off the mirror, but I saw that old zit hanging there deflated like a parade balloon day after Thanksgiving for about 3 hours, and somehow it pumped itself back up again. I walked into the duck inn, and there was Pete, and he said, "Hey, Earl, who's your new friend?" Pete then told me that acne, that's a scientific term for it, can be caused by eating grease and sugar and most of all stress. Let's see, I work 2 jobs. I'm scared to death they're going to shut down the plant any day now. My kids drive me crazy. My wife is nuts. I eat hamburgers and fries 3 times a week for lunch. And oh yeah, it's fudge season. Wake up, America! Stress and bad diet causes pimples. It's a wonder the whole country ain't walking around with bloody faces like a bunch of 14-year-old geeks. If I had a broker, I'd be buying some zit stock. Small price to pay for fudge, though. I'm Earl Pitts American Pizza.
Country music sensation Lone Star with opener Will Bannister is coming to Carlsbad Friday, February 17th at the Walter Gerald's Performing Arts Center. Event starts at 7:30 p.m. with doors opening at 6. Over 20 singles and 9 #1 hits like Amazed, Mr. Mom, Front Porch Looking In, I'm Already There, and more. This is a family-friendly event for all ages. Tickets available at thelibertyinc.com, or for more information about Lone Star February 17th in Carlsbad, call 575-627-2121.
It's a magical season for our little ones. But with the flu, RSV, and COVID all going around, you want to do everything you can to help them stay healthy. Keep this season magical by making sure hands are always washed, surfaces are regularly cleaned, and the whole family is caught up on their vaccines. Start by scheduling a COVID vaccine for your kid today at vaccinenm.org/kids.
You expect a lot from your oilfield waste disposal provider. That's why Milestone Environmental Services is pleased to announce the December grand opening of our brand new energy waste disposal facility at New Mexico 128 and Battle Axe Road.
Milestone state-of-the-art slurry injection facility will provide environmentally secure oilfield waste disposal for drilling fluids, flowback, produced saltwater, tank bottoms, plus other non-hazardous liquid waste.
Operating 24/7, you can count on Milestone's newest location to deliver dependable, consistent, and cost-effective service, fast cycle times, and clean, covered, full-service washout facilities for vac trucks.
So make plans to check out Milestone's Battle Axe location, our newest disposable facility, located at New Mexico 128 and Battle Axe Road.
For updates about the facility opening and capacity information, contact Milestone Environmental Services at sales-delaware@milestone-es.com. That's sales-delaware@milestone-es.com. Or call 832-739-6700.
Milestone Environmental Services, cleaning up energy.
When you live your life in Wrangler clothes, it's hard to imagine working a 9-to-5 without them. While protection is important, you want clothes with style and comfort. And now, thanks to Wrangler flame-resistant apparel, you can have it all. Wrangler FR is designed to protect you from burn injury on the job, while continuing to offer the comfort and durability you'd expect from Wrangler. Stop by Benny's Western Store, 205 West Main in Artesia, and 107 South Canyon in Carlsbad to try on some Wrangler FR apparel today. When it comes to work clothes, wear clothes that work for you.
Mighty Wash is celebrating its 10th birthday. To celebrate, we are offering our customers in eastern New Mexico an opportunity to save cash in a flash with our $24 Flash Wash Unlimited monthly plan. For just $24 a month, wash all you want and enjoy the services that have made us a leader in the industry. We are hands-on from bug and stubborn dirt removal to quick dry and wash quality assurance. Save cash in a flash. Now that's amazing.
Come and get it.
In just 2 minutes, an Oral-B electric toothbrush can change your mind about what a toothbrush can do. In just 2 minutes a day, its dentist-inspired round brush head cleans 100% better than a regular brush. And in less time than the average commercial break, you can get that purifying, clean feeling like you just left the dentist. Not bad for just a couple of minutes. Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Come and get it. 'Twas the holiday season at Total Wine & More. So many friends that you need to shop for. Gifts on their shelves are so easy to find. Just what you love for your loved ones in mind. Your father likes bourbon, Cabernet for your sis. Champagne for a coworker, never a miss. All perfectly priced as low as can be. Shop Total Wine for them and for me.
Love what you find. Always lowest prices at Total Wine & More. Delivery available. Drink responsibly. B21.
Southeast New Mexico weather. Good morning. The Southeast Plains of New Mexico temperatures today will reach for a high near 65 to 70 degrees. In Carlsbad, Artesia, that weather system now moving to the east of us, but a cool front will drop temperatures in Carlsbad, Artesia to near 60 degrees by Friday. Hobbs and Ludwigton temperatures today around 60-65, dropping to 60 degrees by tomorrow. And in Roswell, with temperatures in the upper 60s on this day, Thursday, 59 degrees on Friday. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Tom A. was addicted to the hokey pokey, but thankfully he turned himself around.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com.
Those guys in the morning are much better than coffee.
Support for this morning show being brought to you by good, hardworking folks like you.
And good morning. It's 17 after 8. We are Beyond the Breakfast Club. Check in on the text line. I got to do things that happen on this date in history. I haven't done that yet. Still to come. Good news of the day. That's on the way. Of course, your text, 877-396-W105. It's 817.
And so does that make the Dexter coaches Duran? Laugh out loud.
Ha, 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 ha.
Yes, and they're hungry like a wolf.
Yes, they are.
You know, Tom's an idiot, says the texter. I mean, isn't even a Mexican pronounces his name Reese as Reese?
Isn't Kana, and maybe I got it wrong.
No, you're right. Kana is a way to say gray, yes.
Is gray hairs?
One of them.
Canas.
If you really think about it, that's a mop stick.
That's what I've always been told.
Yeah, Martin from the Patch of the same said they're called canas, you dummy.
Yeah.
Carne.
What's in the neighborhood?
That's what you.
It's not in the neighborhood. Usually, at the very least, you know the food.
Yes.
Carne asada.
It's too spicy.
But you know what carne is.
Yes.
You moron.
And guys, does that mean Tom will be pulling out his gray hairs? Laugh out loud.
Yeah, they're all gray.
Yeah. But no, I mean
some are just a little bit more grayer than
and he's
others.
Taking this whole no shave November thing a little too seriously.
Yeah.
So are you going for the full beard now?
Way, do you know it's December?
So are you going for the full beard now?
I'm going to match my buddy.
What buddy is that?
He was here for the show a couple weeks ago. Mike Parsons, he's got that huge beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Now, did you remember his buddy? We were best of friends. I just can't remember his name. You remember Ramirez, right? Me and him would travel all over Mexico together.
Your best friend from yesterday.
No. Okay.
Yeah, that guy.
And a woman listening here, she said, man, do I love your show. Thanks for tuning in to W105.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Appreciate that. 820, things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by Train at New Mexico. Get your CDL in 1 week and get on the road to your career. How can they train people in 1 week? We get asked that question a lot, right, Will?
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people want to know how can they do it. And the way they do it is one-on-one training. That's the way they get it done. They believe in training. They've been training people for 25 plus years, and they can teach you how to pass that CDL and pass your inspection your skills test, and your driving test in 1 week. By the way, 96th percentile passing rate, and that's people that passed on the first try. They're based in Roswell. Call and schedule your CDL, hotshot, or bus training. All you have to do is give them a call, 575-840-9555. If you're out and about this morning and you can't write the number down, just remember, Train It, New Mexico. 821, things that happened on this date in history. Eli Whitney was born on this date in 1765. He was very famous for it. Tom, go ahead, tell me why he was famous.
The cotton gin.
Tom scores 1. 1776 was the year during the American Revolution. George Washington's army crossed the icy river. Name the river, Tom.
Repeat that again, B. Repeat it again.
Yeah, it was the damn Delaware River.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why you can't listen.
I was pre-reading another text.
Whatever. 1845. They discovered the 5th asteroid on this date in history. President Lincoln announced plans to reconstruct the South in 1863. By the way, South sent him season tickets to the Ford Theater.
Yeah.
On this date.
Did you know to this date there's only been 4 presidents who have been assassinated in this country?
That's it.
Yep.
First NFL championship game broadcast on the radio between the Bears and the Redskins in 1940. By the way, the Bears ended up beating the Redskins 73-0. And if you think about this, that was before the age of passing the ball, the forward pass. All that was running yards. They must have had like 1,000 yards running in one game. 1952, very first TV acknowledgement of pregnancy on I Love Lucy. Before then, they would never talk about making babies. By the way, somebody had some explaining to do. And Jimi Hendrix was found guilty of heroin possession in Canada in 1969. Basketball, great. Dwight Howard is 73 years old today.
Dwight Howard.
Nicki Minaj is 40 years old today. Sinead O'Connor is 56. Tom, what is she known for?
Bald head,
yeah. And one song. That's
Glass.
it. Terry Hatcher from Lois and Clark.
What was what did you say the name of the song was?
Glass?
No.
No.
It's called Nothing Compares to You.
Yes, exactly. By the way, Terry Hatcher is 58. Kim Basinger is 69. And Roy Firestone, sportcaster, is 69 years old. Today is National Chocolate Brownie Day. Tom would like his with a little ice cream on top. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by Train It, New Mexico. Get in touch with them today. 824 morning show this morning also being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you that, they give great customer service, awesome customer service. If you need ready-mix concrete, they will work harder for you. And it doesn't matter if it's a big job or maybe your little small job. They give great customer service, and they give you the cheapest possible price on ready-mix concrete. They got 2 plants, one in Roswell and one in Carlsbad, and they serve all of southeast New Mexico. Phone them today, 575-363-3240. That's 363-3240, or go to the website chancematerials.com for ready-mix concrete. 825, wrap up the text, guys.
All right, Uncle Buck says, boy, you guys spend too much time on Tom sending those texts concerning accidents and public safety, but Gray and high school football coach is more important. No, sometimes these guys have a lot of things to do. I mean, sometimes they don't get to be back in time. Like last night, Under Sheriff Charles Islas. He was going to give me the story on a big story that we kind of did today, but then they had something else going on. And so I waited for him which was a good thing because, we had issues here too. So,
which didn't affect you at all. I love it.
I was here for support.
We got major transmitter issues. It turns out the electricity was off.
Well, that came more from Russ than it did Tom, but Tom was sure enough fast to repeat it. I love the show, but I will say it was better those few days Tom wasn't there. I wasn't beating my head up against the dash all day from stupid stuff Tom was saying. That's Smokey in Florida this morning.
Oh, Smokey's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And I will donate. This is Lee, by the way. $100 to a charity of the station's choice. If Tom approves, he has a college degree.
Bring it in,
says Lee.
He still has yet
still
to.
waiting myself.
I gotta find it. I mean, I moved like 1,000 times already.
And whose fault's that?
Well, you hired me twice.
So it's B's fault that you moved.
You're the only person I know that during your tender in Roswell, how many years in Roswell?
We were there 6 years.
No, you were there 6 years.
Right.
During your tender in Roswell, you moved like 12 different times. I mean, every 6 months you would be moving, or you'd be get kicked out and having to move.
No, never kicked out, but
never
was.
Oh.
I always break my lease and move in 6 months. I always do.
I never get kicked out.
No, not me. Ukrainian President Zelensky, Time Magazine's Person of the Year. They announced that yesterday morning. Zelensky is likely to gather with the his people, and celebrate, meaning Hollywood celebrities and politicians that are getting kickbacks. And Whoopi Goldberg has blocked any unauthorized movies about her life being made after her death.
Oh, please.
Much like The View, it sounds like nobody is going to be watching her on the big screen. I gotta really know, who is going to do a movie about Whoopi Goldberg's life? Would you pay to go see that? Because I'm just saying I would not.
Look, the woman was.
I'd be like, no.
The woman was
Robert Downey Jr. What's that?
The woman was a fluke when her first movie, the Purple movie. She got an Academy Award nominee, and now she thinks.
And I need to know this crap. I have no idea why. Robert Downey Jr. says that it was his dad that gave him the first drugs.
Ooh.
When he was 6 years old. He says that his dad caught him drinking a glass of wine at a party, and that's when his dad, at 6 years old, gave him a joint and said, try this instead. Scary moment for Rod Stewart and others when his 11-year-old son, Aiden, collapsed and started turning blue at a soccer game.
Oh, my.
Evidently had an extreme panic attack. I'm seeing more and more kids with panic attack issues. I'm thinking back to when I was a kid. We didn't have such things. Panic attacks. Were we just tougher? With the exception of Tom. I'm just asking the question out loud. And looks like Abbott Elementary School gets 6 Critic Choice nods. Abbott Elementary picked up nomination for the Critics' Choice Awards. Congratulations, because I've never heard about that movie. C-grade police officer charged with official oppression after an incident in August, stalking. He was also charged with stalking, according to the Gaines County grand jury. Benjamin Ravinez, 38 years old, is accused of unlawful detaining a female in August of 2022, charged with oppression, which is a Class A misdemeanor. Second charge, stalking, is a third-degree felony. Indictment shows that he repeatedly communicated with a female at all times of the day and night. By the way, his bond is set at $22,000. He has been released from the Gaines County Jail. No other information on this, and no other information if he is part of the Seagraves Police Department still, or maybe on paid leave. But story does not touch on that. Sounds like this guy was a police officer to pick up chicks. That's what that sounds
Right.
like. Tom, did you see the story that Democrat, former governor Bill Richardson, is very upset with the PRC nominations?
I kind of saw that. Yes, kind of saw that.
Yeah, so Bill Richardson is very upset with the PRC nominees that were submitted to Public Regulations Committee, nominating committee. And part of that is because there are no Native Americans.
Oh.
He said it's a glaring omission that rural areas are not, part of the committee. And he points out that, the Navajos and McKinley County, San Juan counties, not part of that committee. What about Southeast New Mexico? I have no idea if we have anybody, but yeah. You know what's amazing? That we have a former Democratic governor of this state shining a bad light on the current Democratic Party in this state. Isn't that amazing?
That is. But now, take issue with this, B. He may take issue with that, but how about EGOF wanting to be on that same committee?
Well, that whole thing's a joke to begin with. New Mexico man charged with sex crimes. Jury indicted him in November, according to the Department of Justice. According to the U.S. Department of Justice District of New Mexico, Willard Dedos, 59 years old, Formerton, charged with producing child pornography and sex abuse of a child. He's accused of engaging in sexual acts with a minor and also photographing the abuse. If convicted, he will serve 15 to 30 years behind bars. FBI investigated the case. His next court appearance coming up in February of next year. Was that something going on, or was that Tom hacking?
That was me. Clear my throat.
That was you hacking. Thank you. Will, how much money is too much money?
I don't know. Is there such a thing?
I mean, they're acting like Elon Musk losing money. He's not the wealthiest person in the world anymore.
Really?
Elon Musk, Twitter owner, Tesla boss, Elon Musk, lost a bunch of money, and according to Forbes, he is falling down. He's not the richest person in the world anymore. Chief executive of the luxury brand Louis Vuitton is the wealthiest person in the world. Bernard Arnault. He is the world's richest person.
Arnault.
It's worth $185 billion.
And not a cent. Neither one of these guys will take a cent with them when they die.
Thank you, George Strait. We appreciate the song that you came out with.
Okay.
Thank you so much. By the way, Elon Musk, I mean, look, Musk still was worth how much money? I mean, he was worth $200 billion.
Something like that.
And, lost a ton of money, but still was like $173 billion. So do you think Elon Musk is losing sleep at night because he's not the wealthiest man in the world, but he still has $170 billion in the bank?
Yeah, I don't know if he can make it.
I just don't know if he'll be able to survive on that money. I just don't.
I think he's destitute now.
Have you seen the photos of Elon Musk? They're taking a picture of Elon Musk and then Jeff Bezos. And now Bezos is going on a weightlifting campaign.
Yeah.
And after he got with the new chick, the news personality, and left his wife, Mackenzie Phillips.
Right.
And, Bezos he's looking good. So they're showing comparisons between Elon Musk And Elon is as soft as the doughboy. He really is. But I thought body shaming was wrong.
Oh, it is unless you disagree with the person.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm glad
I take that back. It is unless you're on the left and you disagree with the person.
Oh, okay. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle shared some intimate details on their first encounter during Harry and Meghan's docuseries that's on Netflix. Do we really need to hear about all the gory details about your first date? Me, I'm thinking I really don't want to hear it. An anonymous tip led to law enforcement finding a stash house in southeast Albuquerque recently and saved dozens of lives. Investigators found 69 immigrants in the country illegally in a trailer. At least one man, Rolando Miguel, now facing criminal charges, federal charges in connection with harboring these individuals. 26 people lying on the floor of the main entryway of that trailer, hiding under blankets. 14 were female. The rest of them were fighting age men. Tip led them to the arrest. 8:36.
We've got a phone call, B. Looks like Mad Dog's on the line.
Mad Dog.
Good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club. Is this Mad Dog?
Yes, Mad Dog.
What's going on?
Did y'all see the most recent headline in the paper about what Michelle Grisham thinks is the most important thing to do in the first, whatever they call it, legislative session next, I guess, after January? Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah? Did y'all already talk about it?
No, because I think Tom's full of crap. What did it say, Tom?
Well, she said among the first priorities that she wants to do is but get that new abortion law situated.
That ain't it. Wrong again, Rock Breath.
Well, Rock Breath, what's the other one then?
The other one is free meals for all kids in school from K through 12.
That's old news there,
breakfast
dog.
and lunch.
Old
Free.
We did talk about that yesterday.
Yeah, old news.
Oh,
Would you stop?
It was just in the paper today.
Tom's getting
That's what I said.
all butthurt because you called him out on the wrong headline. So you're all good, Mad Dog. Tom's getting all out of his nose out of joint because you called him out on the wrong headline, and he's like, "Oh, I'm right, you're wrong."
Oh well. Anyway, is that not typical of everything the Democrats, or at least her, and most of them are the same way. It's all about everything's free, but it ain't free.
It ain't free. You're right.
And you know what? That's the thing that these people that vote Democrat need to get through their head. That even though they say it's free, it ain't free. And you know what? Education. I'm beginning to really believe that, and I hate to say it because I didn't really ever feel like I was, of course, it's been a long time since I was in school, but that's probably when it was started, was about 40 years ago, and that's how long it takes to get people brainwashed. To me, that's what it is. These damn people are so brainwashed that they believe, I mean, how could anybody believe anything that comes out of Karine Jean-Pierre's mouth? Or Mayorkas or Biden or any of the rest of them. They can be asked direct questions that everybody knows the answer to, like the border being out of control, and they can sit right there and look at you and say, no, it's not. It's secure. How can anybody believe that? But people do, I guess.
They do.
Just like Warnock, they voted him back in. And you know, they talk about how bad of a candidate Herschel Walker was. I don't think so. At least he stepped up. That's better than a lot of people do. Anyway, I don't know. It just aggravates me when I see that the first thing that you see coming out of her mouth that's so important on her agenda, and it's all. And I know what their answer is. Oh, it's all because of the children. They always got to throw the children in there. Biggest bunch of baloney I've ever heard of. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Tom, sorry I hurt your feelings.
No, it's all good. Dog. Thank you, Mad Dog. B, you still there?
They hung up, I think.
No, he didn't hang up, but we lost him somehow because it still says he's connected. But I got nothing. B, if you're there, you're muted. So if you can hear us.
So the text line says asking Tom, this is Buddy.
Can you hear me now?
I got you now, B.
This buddy's asking, really, B, you hired him twice? That's 2 big mistakes you've ever made.
It was. I agree. How many
3.
kids get free lunch right now? How many kids in New Mexico already get free lunches?
Already a bunch, B. I'd say
80. But I want a percentage.
I'm going to say 80% of the kids.
Percentage.
80% of the kids.
So we're 80% of the kids.
That's my take, yeah.
Already get free lunch. I know in Dexter, where my grandkids go, every kid in the school gets free lunch.
Yep, you're
I
right.
think Hagerman, every kid in the school gets free lunch. And the way they determine this are most of the kids, a percentage of the kids, below the poverty rate.
Mm.
And if they factor that in, and if you're over the threshold, all the kids get free lunch. Doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, you get free lunch. So I want to know, what is the percentage of kids in New Mexico? See, because this is another one of those Democratic things that it sounds so good, like she's doing stuff, but a great majority of the kids are already getting free lunch.
Well, Lovington Liberal buys it. So what do you idiot Republicans want then? First y'all complain because y'all want Americans first, and now they want to feed American kids, and y'all bitch. Shut up, Mad Dog.
But are they all American kids? Are they?
Yeah, if they go to school, yeah.
Oh, so illegals can't go to school?
Going to school is a qualification of being American. Thank you very much. Dumb thing number 28 today. Thank you.
I mean, if they're not citizens yet, but they're going to school, yeah, they're getting fed.
So they're Americans. That's what clarifies as American now.
That's what's clarified as passion.
Chip said all the kids are able to get free lunch now.
Yeah.
So this is another one of those the governor's things that great majority of the kids already get free lunch. But I'm glad to know the clarification now for being an American is that you're enrolled in school. Thank you very much.
One of the texters said, well, we were talking about yesterday, most of the kids don't even eat the school lunch because it's gross.
Right. No, thank you.
But thank you very much for clarifying that if you're in school, that means you're American.
No, you said that. You're turning things around on me.
No.
Damn,
You said that. BS. Well, who said that? Not me.
No. And
you.
So,
of course he's not going to say me.
Hello. Dexter said, David from Hobbs says, Tom, my wife works for the Hobbs schools, and you would not believe how many kids go to school that are not U.S. citizens.
Of course. Of course.
But are they fed? Of course they are.
Of course. All right, that's number 30 right there.
For free before Michelle Lujan Grisham did anything.
That's
16 minutes left. Can we break 40?
Let's do
we
40.
might be able
Can
to break 40.
50?
I think
Can we
that's
have
the threshold.
Right.
I think that's the threshold. Most of the fog starting to burn off this morning. Should be sunny this afternoon. 67, 42 coming up, and cloudy tonight. It should be cloudy tomorrow. Doesn't say anything about fog tomorrow morning, but the high getting up to about 59. Check of the weather being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill. Breakfast being served right now. They start serving breakfast at 6 a.m. Needing them to prepare breakfast or lunch for everybody in the office or on location. They can prepare it. You pick it up, and you're good to go. Give them a call if you want them to cater your next big event. 575-748-3324. Something's always cooking at the Roadrunner Grill inside the Best Western Pecos Inn. 8:45, we're going to take a break. Let's qualify some folks. News this morning being brought to you by H&H Fuel Services. Go to the website, HNHFS.com today. They offer the pipeline machines, the fast fusion pipeline machines, and the squeeze tools up to 16 inches. They are the fast fusion pipeline machine experts, and they also offer subcontract services. Colin is the guy. Give him a call, 432-269-6027, HNHFS.com for more information. 15 minutes away from 9, taking a break for a look at news. Good news of the day on the way. And Tom, who's coming up on the extended version?
Well, he is State Representative Larry Scott will be our guest coming up on the extended version.
We'll talk to Larry coming up next. Right now, let's qualify, folks, and then we'll get you updated with news on W105.
Miracle Ear in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Artesia, Roswell presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
I'm Tom A. Reese with MTD Radio News, in charge of Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Chaves County Undersheriff Charles Isles reported to MTD Radio News that a Roswell man who disappeared and left family and friends behind several months ago was found deceased. Isles was not able to provide further details as of Wednesday. Judge Justin K. Hunter of the 5th Judicial District Court in Roswell has ordered that 38-year-old Juan Rodriguez, accused of raping a 12-year-old and grooming several other girls, will remain detained while awaiting trial. Rodriguez is charged with 4 counts of criminal sexual penetration in the first degree of a child under 13, along with 1 count each of kidnapping in the first degree and 1 act of enticement of a child and tampering with evidence. In his decision, Judge Hunter called the alleged acts shocking and said that Rodriguez had allegedly sought out and groomed numerous young children to engage in sexual acts with him. Minnesota-based Northern Oil and Gas Company closed on a $155 million land purchase in the Permian Basin earlier this month after it made a series of acquisitions throughout the region this year. The deal was initially valued at $157.5 million, which included about 2,800 acres in Eddy and Lee counties, along with Loving County in Texas. The acquisition included about 9 producing wells and 21 undeveloped locations, with Mewbourne Oil as the primary operator, along with ConocoPhillips and EOG. In charge of the news for Southeast New Mexico and West Texas, I'm Tom A. Reese.
This Lovington Wildcat Sports Update being brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services. Do what you say you can do. Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington.
Stone Oilfield Service backs the Lady Cats as they work to build winning teams and seasons while chasing state championships. Stone Oilfield Service with vacuum, winch, and kill trucks, hydrovacs and hot oilers, frac and acid tanks, gas busters, environmental shields, acidizing, and more. Do what you say you can do. Stone Oilfield Service will get the job done right every time. Serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas, located at 725 Tatum Highway, or contact 575-396-1840.
The Lovington girls basketball program brings back a former boys basketball coach there to school to resurrect the girls program. Coach Chief Bridgeport returns to Lovington after coaching in Denver City. So, Coach, what kind of team do you have coming back this year?
I have 1 senior. I have 3 sophomores. 3 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and the rest juniors. So we're very young, trying to learn my system, and so it's definitely a work in progress. But so far, they've been eager and been working at it.
What's your system going to be, Coach?
You know, we like to I don't know, you can call it different things, space and pace. You know, we like to fast break, and you know, we're not real big, so like a lot of people, you know, I want to make some threes. We'll shoot some threes, but we want to make some too. But, you know, multiple defenses, you know, traps and different presses. And so, like I say, it's a little like a decathlete. I don't know if we do anything great, but we do a lot of things.
The Lady Wildcats will only have 1 game this week.
This Lovington Sports Update has been brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services.
Go Wildcats!
Mark your calendars, shoppers. The Yucca Blossom Christmas Jamboree is set for December 10th and 11th at the Eddy County Fairgrounds in Artesia. Over 90 booths featuring all kinds of arts and crafts, candles, jewelry, clothing, keychains, home decor, kitchen and bath accessories, and so much more. Bring the family. There's something for everyone. Santa Claus will be there both days. There's plenty to eat and drink, too, with several food trucks on site. The Yucca Blossom Christmas Jamboree, December 10th and 11th at the Eddy County Fairgrounds, and paid by Eddy County Lodgers Tax.
Honey, I did it.
You did what?
I switched us to T-Mobile.
Really?
Did you see those rate hikes from AT&T and Verizon this year? With T-Mobile's Price Lock Guarantee, they won't raise our rates for talk, text, and data, ever.
T-Mobile won't raise the rate? Ever?
Happy New Year!
Is our T-Mobile rate the same?
Yeah!
Nice.
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie.
You too. Say, is our T-Mobile rate still the same?
It is. Happy 4th of July!
Same T-Mobile rate?
Yes, it is. Happy Labor Day.
Still the same?
Yes! It's still the same rate.
This holiday, make the switch from Verizon and AT&T to T-Mobile. With T-Mobile's Price Lock Guarantee, we won't raise the rate of your talk, text, and data ever. And you'll avoid those random rate hikes. Get even more at T-Mobile.
Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Price Lock guarantees rate plan price of current on-network service for eligible lines on new accounts. See details at T-Mobile.com.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
For 75 years now, those living the authentic Western lifestyle have favored the legendary clothing that always has their back. Wrangler. Wherever the road takes you, Wrangler is as hard-working and reliable as the day is long, with a legacy that defines the style, toughness, and ambition of the West. And at the close of the day, when all that hard work pays off, hey, the ends justify the jeans. Wrangler. Long live Cowboys.
Wrangler. Get yours today at Rig Outfitters and Home Store, 1401 North Turner inside the Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs.
I pledge allegiance to the of the United States of America and to the for which it stands, one under indivisible with and for all.
When you're ready to pledge your allegiance to an American brand of performance and luxury, look no further than Sierra Blanca Motors. Chevy, Buick, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Our legendary can-do spirit doesn't take a backseat to anyone, anywhere. Sierra Blanca Motors on Highway 70 in Ruidoso.
Get a great job in the oil field. Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers is hiring for our training programs. If you've supervised a frac crew, Spinnaker can teach you to be a cementing supervisor in our SSIT program. If you run a blender, Spinnaker can teach you to run their cementing trucks in our cementing equipment operator training program. Must have a Class A CDL and be willing to work long hours. You'll receive an excellent salary and one of the best benefit programs in the industry. Yes, housing is provided. They're also hiring for mechanics and lab technicians. Spinnaker is an equal opportunity and drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 or visit greatoilfieldjobs.com.
His motto is, it's better to let someone think you are an idiot than open your mouth and prove it.
Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com. Be in the Breakfast Club is on the air, on live at 105.1, at W105radio.com, on TuneIn.com, Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook with live video and audio.
Because it rocks. It rocks.
6 minutes away from 9 o'clock. 6 away from 9. We're being the Breakfast Club. Brittany Griner released, and every American being held in a foreign prison today. It's a slap in the face just because she's a member of the WNBA doesn't make her any more important than any other Americans, especially the Marine that's being held in Russia. Why wouldn't the Biden administration negotiate to have them both released at the same time?
Because the guy they got in return, he was more valuable, don't you think? I mean, 2 for 1.
Yeah, so why wouldn't they include the Marine?
Politics. Political.
You know, I'm starting to ask myself every day, what exactly do you bring to the table, brother?
Everything. My stomach.
Everything.
My stomach.
It's lapping over the damn table. Prices of Christmas tree. Anybody went and bought a Christmas tree?
Mm-mm.
Price of Christmas trees have gone up a whole bunch. 71% of major growers say that the price of Christmas trees is up 15% this year.
Jeez.
That's pretty much the price of everything is going up 15%. Florida man in custody after this report suggested he broke into a residence and killed an innocent puppy in its crate.
Oh.
Happened about 6 p.m. in Dover, Florida, and which is about an hour west of Lakeland, Florida. Alexander Delgado broke into the home and killed the puppy with a machete.
Hey.
He has been arrested. I hope they throw him under the jail. The governor, Michelle Lujan Gresham, wants New Mexico to provide those school lunches. We talked about that yesterday. She took to Twitter yesterday and said that more and more kids need to have free lunches. Free lunches for every kid in every school district, 89 school districts. Many of them already give free lunches. We talked about that just a second ago. Well, this could be the good news story of the day.
Okay.
But it won't be. I'll just tell you about it. Ohio couple, love story, is one for the movies. Earlier this year, Herbert and James Lithicon reached a milestone, living to be 100 years old. 79 years of marriage.
Wow.
But they died just hours apart. He died first, and I guess she decided that she couldn't live without him. What a great love story. Love is still out there, Tom. You just got to find it. And health officials in Chihuahua, Mexico, are saying that they're not bringing back mandatory face masks at this time. I noticed a local radio station in Lee County was reporting on COVID cases in Lee County.
I don't know that they ever stopped.
Yeah, I was just like, really? The president said the pandemic's over. Why are you still reporting this? Seriously.
Because some people want to keep it alive.
I guess so. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the home store located in the Broadmoor Mall. They have an extensive collection of FR gear. Anything to go to work in the patch, they've got it. Yeah, jackets and, of course, work boots. And they have a huge selection of furniture, appliances, electronics. Talk to them about zero down financing. Check the website, because the 12 Days of Christmas is going on right now, and you can have additional savings by going to the website. Same thing at Scrub Outfitters. Go to the website and check them out. They're all over social media. They're on Facebook. Scrub Outfitters, they have the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles, Med Couture's, Peaches, Healing Hands, Dickies, and others, and cute compression socks and comfy shoes. Find out more information. Stop by and see them at Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters. We've got the good news of the day on the way. We'll check the weather, get updated with news, maybe even qualify some additional people. And, Tom, who's on the extended version this morning?
He is District 62, Larry Scott, state representative. They've changed his boundaries. We'll talk about that. Also a preview of what's coming up on the legislative session here in a few weeks. B?
So we're only just
A month away.
Yeah, a month away.
Yep.
And the crazy thing is, they're now saying that state workers have to go back to work. They are going to have to everybody. Get this
already. I mean, it's only been 2 years.
I mean, I'm surprised that it's. I mean, it hasn't been long enough in my book. But yeah, they're mandating that all state workers have to return to work January 1st.
It's a tragedy.
2023.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, I just can't. Don't you understand? We have a pandemic going on still.
Don't you understand? We got used to working at home, and we don't want to go back to the office.
Why are you making me put clothes on now? Can we make clothes just optional?
I can't work in my jammies anymore.
I mean, what the hell? You guys are just you slave drivers. So yeah, January. They will actually all have to go back to work. Pretty sad. It's come to an end. You're actually going to have to show up in the office now. I just don't know if I can take it. You guys are forcing me into a mental breakdown that I have to go back to work. I have been collecting this paycheck, and now I have to go back to work and do something? And what about my dogs and cats? What are they going to do now that I'm gone? I can't wait for the excuses. It's going to be awesome.
Think all that money I saved on gas since the gas price has been so high. Now I got to spend money driving back to the office again.
Oh. And I got the stimulus money from the governor too, so that was a win-win.
Woo-hoo.
Because I didn't have to use it for gas.
Oh, but don't worry, she'll reinstitute all the shutdowns soon. So.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's coming. All right, 902 KWMW Maljamora 105.1 FM. Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington. Talk to Rustin today. He can take care of your home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance, take care of everything. Also talk to him about your Medicare. He can help you with the Part B. Always great to have a local guy that you can trust. Give him a call, 575-396-0513, or find him, Avenue D in Lovington, right across the street from Bob Stripway, proud sponsor of the Good News of the Day.
So a cop in Georgia saved a young deer that got wedged between two bars and a metal fence, and his chest cam caught it all on video. Meanwhile, cops with firefighters in Nevada worked together to save a wild donkey that wandered into an old mine shaft. It got stuck in a 10-foot hole. A hiker spotted it and called it in last Thursday. Rescuers had to scale a mountain with all their gear to get to it, but they spent hours hoisting it out and then released it. It was hungry and dehydrated, but it wasn't hurt. The city of Kingston, Ontario in Canada just finished up their annual Toys for Tickets campaign. Anyone who got a parking ticket between November 1st and December 3rd could avoid paying by donating a toy instead. Since 2005, they've collected more than 3,600 toys to hand out to kids during the holidays.
Wow.
And a lot of cities are doing this year, too, everywhere from Las Vegas to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And that is the good news of the day.
Wait a second. The donkey story gets no from Tom. What the hell is up with that?
I figured the deer or the donkey, but apparently he's, it's only cats that he cares about.
Cats.
Yep.
Just cats.
I probably could have done the Kellogg story. He would have liked that.
Yeah, I mean, damn donkey gets no damn love.
Kellogg's just announced they've donated 30 million servings of food to food banks across the U.S., things like cereal, snack bars, and Eggo waffles. So does that get an awe?
Big deal.
Big deal? I figured you'd be all happy about the food. Lego your Eggo?
Oh, that's not even right, Will.
What?
All right, Larry Scott coming up in a second. Let's get updated with news. KWMW Maljamora 105.1 FM. Tom will be talking to Larry in a second. I'll be back with our sponsor and then bug out. And hopefully my body by next week is better. I get my stamina back, that I actually get my sleep schedule in order. News this morning being brought to you by Fireman's Pit Barbecue. They have the best brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and more. I tell you what, they are really good at what they do. Fireman's Pit Barbecue, Texas Pit Barbecue, and Rich, a disabled firefighter, would love to earn your business. And when I guarantee you, once you do business with these guys, you'll keep coming back. They are simply awesome. I hear the stories from all kind of people about the way Rich and Maria treat people, and it is simply awesome that you find people that still offer great customer service. Still not too late, I think, right, Will, to order the Christmas hams?
The hams may be gone, but they can still get hams. They may just not have the special anymore. I think they only have a limited number of those.
Are available.
They are.
So you can order. You want them to cater everything? They can cater for you. They cater from 1 to 1,000. Give Rich a call this morning. 254-458-3229. That's 254-458-3229. Or follow them on Facebook. It's Fireman's Pit Barbecue. Extended version with Larry Scott up next, 9:06. Be on the Breakfast Club on W105.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. American basketball star Brittany Griner is on her way home after nearly 10 months in Russian custody for drug possession, swapped for a Russian arms dealer.
Brittany will soon be back in the arms of her loved ones, and she should have been there all along.
President Biden says he'll never give up trying to bring another American, Paul Whelan, home from Russia, but that the Russians have refused to release him as an accused spy. More classified documents are found, taken from the White House by former President Trump.
A search team apparently hired by former President Trump found at least 2 documents marked as classified at a Florida storage facility. The New York Times reports Trump hired the team to search 4 properties after a judge told him to look harder for any classified materials he may still have.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz at the White House. Another big baseball signing. Former Boston Red Sox shortstop Xander Bogaerts signs with San Diego for 11 years, $280 million. America's listening to Fox News.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number, you're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Country music sensation Lone Star with opener Will Bannister is coming to Carlsbad Friday, February 17th at the Walter Gerald's Performing Arts Center. Event starts at 7:30 p.m. with doors opening at 6. Over 20 singles and 9 #1 hits